My kite is putting in much work, popping the clip, a little voice in my head said murder. Stuck the tip out the window and fucked them all. Took their ass to the hub like basketball. Hit the club, got drunk, put the gas, start getting off. Oh geez, catch a fucker from my soul, dog. I know they mad, but I give a fuck. What goes around comes around, they should have ducked. We open fire on the whole motherfucking crowd. Jump out, start beating motherfuckers down. Then I'm sideways, coming up the speed bump. I'm standing up in the drop with the rock pump. My name is Cowboy, see, boom for show. When niggas hear cowboys, they hit the flow. Cause they know I'm a goddamn psycho, and I always bust caps at the night show. Young folks won't funk, but they don't. Shoot once, hit the gas, and then they gone. Little hoe try to pick boat like an afro. Didn't know I just got a breast triple up. I'm a mob, the killer make my dick hard. You wanna work, you better have a bulletproof car. Cause the shit that you talking ain't wild gun. So when we kick, listen up, hoes better run. I don't like shooting hoes, I like to fuck. You don't duck, you can witness getting fucked up. Roll them 7 deuce cutlass, can't touch this. Vote smoke like dope when I say fuck this. Roll my windows down, still smoke tinted. Shotgun, Mac, Glocks all up in it. And we all pack heat, and we all family. So watch it back, motherfucker, understand me? So if your mama do this straight fast, hope you got the gat in the trunk. Cause we gon' start funk. We hit the out-of-town clubs like nuts. We in the top 5 on the schools and the cut. I watch niggas get jealous when they all shot. That's when I go and take the finest home and take a walk. Cause I'm the motherfucking bro, and bro knows hoes like to get fucked on triple gold. That's why I keep a sheep in my back seat and sheepskin on my dick so she don't leak. And I hear the virgin hoes be scared to meet me. Cause I get the pussy hoes out so deeply. Straight mob, straight the fucking club up. And make the jackets put their gloves up. And one times can't fuck with me. Cause they 305s can't fuck with the 350. Every corner I hit, I'm getting sideways. Haven't lost by the time I hit the highway. See, golden ball, head, nut. Fish tailing in the cut. House parties, I turn the motherfuckers out and bust cats at the end, without a doubt. I'd rather make start kicking the gangster shit. Hoes no sleep on make niggas click. I start talking about Glocks and Mac 10s. And I put my jacks on the kingpin. And the niggas know better to fuck with me. The head honcho of the M.O.B. I ain't the richest, but they say I'm the lowest. And the one who keeps the mob in the showbiz. And if they conscious, I'm keeping the crowd high. Cause I keep that kind of shit that everybody like. I take a mouse to big, do a mouse to run. Have mouths kicking up dust all the time. From the women, they be showing me much love. Let me squeeze the Sherman every time they get a hug. Only time they get the rub on the forehead is if Alexa's on my shoulder and we in the bed. And you know the hoes will let me hit them sideways. For the fact that's how I came off the highway. She rolled the ball, head, nut. Fish tailing in the cut.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Ooh, the beautiful Angie baby. What's going on, Queen? How you doing, beloved? It's good to see you. Thanks for coming through. Michael Ray, my great brother. How you doing, family? Move this mic a little closer. How you doing, Mike? How you doing? Acavelli, yeah, man. Them is my young days. Grandbaby's active if y'all can't hear. So we working though, we working. How you doing, fella? How you doing, King? Welcome in. DP Rocker. I had to make sure Ack was wrenched up. How you doing, DP? It's good to see you. It's good to see you, great brother. Okay, look. Yeah. I've been wanting to go live again. It's just always something coming out. Always, always. But this, let me get my behind up here. Hold on a second. Here we go. Hey y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? This is just really conversation. Like I said, it's always something to talk about. So much going on. So much going on. Matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Because um shout out to my brother B3 because he announced something on his channel today um, in regards to Top Rank, which I knew Top Rank has had a channel on Roku. I did not realize that they had it on so many other platforms now, but they have had their classics channel on Roku, and I've talked about that before, where you could go watch all the old fights that I believe it's still on YouTube as well, where they have all these old fights posted. But you could also watch them on Roku. Well, it's looking like going forward. Let me find my little clip here, y'all. It looks like going forward, there's going to also hold up. Here we go. Here we go. They're also gonna start streaming on their Roku channel, as well as give us just a second. Let me try to share my screen with you guys. And let me take, because we're live. We live and direct. We live and direct. Take this shit off here and add this. We gonna share the screen. We gonna share the screen. Hope everybody's been having a great day. You know, we have a fight tonight, and I'm hype, of course. Yeah. Why am I not seeing my Top Rank? Ah, Lordy, it's always something, y'all. I promise you. I promise you, it's always something. Y'all about to make me mad now. Here we go. Here we go. Boop boop. Hello. Hello. So yeah, look, I told y'all I was gonna the day before my birthday is October 30th, right? I was going to stream this fight and do a fight call like I did for Iglesias. I'm really excited to see this fight either way, however it goes. I done paid for the damn thing. Maybe I still will do a fight call. But Mary Spencer versus Michaela Mayer, right? And some good stuff on the undercard. But I thought it said how you could watch this. Top Rank is now going to be streaming basically on other platforms, you guys. I'm trying to find the other. It's going to be like Tubi. Programming alerts. Maybe we find here. I feel crazy. I feel crazy because now I can't find it. But basically, you know, y'all can get yourselves out here and find out. It's going to be streaming on multiple platforms. They're going to start streaming their new. I'm not going to say new. Their fights. It's going to also be streamed on these platforms, right? Including their own. So shout out to Top Rank for trying to get it together. How you doing, G Tatted Up? Philly in the building. What's going down with you? Yeah. I used to be thugging when I was a teenager, and it's always gonna be there. It's just love me some SIBO. Kamara the Stepping Razor. How you doing, family? I ain't seen you in a minute. Hey, Comer Serene, how you doing? It's always good to see you, Queen. It's good to see you too. The only fight you can't look, we gonna get into that tonight too. Yeah. I ain't shying away from that shit. And we closer. I said when we get closer, we gonna talk about it. It's still 4 more weeks, a little more than that, actually, to keep talking about it. I mean, we coming, we coming. Salute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. To be Roku. There you go, Vizio. Thank you. Thank you, fella. I needed that. Way to help a sister out. I appreciate that. Um, no more top rank. It is gonna be on Tubi though. It is. Yes, sir. Tubi, Roku, Vizio, and I even heard a couple of more fellas. So look, shout out to Top Rank. I mean, you got um Brian over there. You got the champion. You got new fighters. Excuse me. Again, shout out to Odd Fella because yeah, green girl. That green, man. Look, I love greens. I love all greens, but I really love sage. But um, shout out to Odd Fella. He put something in our fight chat. Um, so let me share this with y'all because I'm actually have been excited for the fight anyway, or just to see Andy Cruz coming back, and it looks like um Top Rank won the bid for the fight. I know Odd was saying basically that Top Rank outbid Matchroom, and that the purse for Andy is going to be a little bit smaller than it is for Murataya, because it is going to be a fight for Murataya's title. I don't know why my phone ain't pulling this up, so let's see what we're doing over here. Here we go. So Andy Cruz officially landed his first title shot today. IBF's headquarters in Springfield, New Jersey. Right, he's gonna be fighting Murtaya, who is 23-0 with 17 knockouts. It looks like Matchroom came out with the winning bid and put up 888,000, $888,888. Crazy number. Top Rank's bid was 550,000. Um, Murtai is entitled to 65% of that bid. Oh, so actually, Matchroom got the fight, you guys. It's not Top Rank. It's Matchroom. But Murtai is going to be making $577,777. And that leaves Andy Cruz with $311,110,000. Look, it's the smaller purse for him, but for the IBF title, and what has Andy got, like 10 fights? Something of that nature, right? Andy does not have a lot of fights. Um, I absolutely think he could beat Murtaya, so that's a win-win. Shout out to Andy Cruz. That's a win-win for him. Um, to be just coming in the game, he has 6 fights. This will be 7. This will be flipping 7 goddamn fights, man. 2 cents, how you doing? I was gonna text you. I've been wondering how you been doing, fam. I hope you're doing okay. It's getting cold up here, ain't it? Yeah, it's getting cold in this bit. Yeah, man. It is. It really is. I don't believe Raymond really wants smoke, and he probably feels like he could beat Andy, and maybe he can. To be honest, hey, either way it goes, but I absolutely think Andy can. I feel like Raymond always falls flat. He gets to a certain level and then he just kind of flatlines in a fight. Again, his call outs, his last fight, who was that? Abdulayev. I didn't believe it. Like, he was calling for smoke, and I was like, I don't feel that in my chest, homie. But it is what it is. We're gonna see what comes of this. I'm excited for that fight, though. I mean, I'm excited for all fights, y'all. I just be, as long as there's some boxing going on, I'll be in my happy space. Yeah, we ain't gonna look a gift horse in the mouth act. we gonna be happy. Decent chunk. Yeah, man. I'll take 300,000 and let Maritaya hit me, and I'm gonna fall right out on that damn mat. Gone. Go hit me with your best shot. Go. No, not with your best one, but don't worry. After we knock off Ray Ray, we'll get more peso. That's the point. That's the point. You gotta take chances sometimes to get to where you want to be, right? Um, Odd fella, let me know when you get in the house. I'm about to get to kicking this off. So, I asked the question, who's next for Mr. Boots? Who's next? I mean, it's a lot of conversation has been had since Boots left 147, right? A lot of conversation. Shit, and a lot of fighters. A lot of fighters' names have been dropped. Ultimately for him to land on Lima. And a lot of people weren't happy with that fight. Still, I'm okay with that fight. I really did not have a problem with that, considering everybody's saying Virgil Ortiz is the man there right now. Um, Not the man, but he's supposed to be one of them ones. Mind you, Virgil ain't hitting on nothing right now. Yes, he's about to have his fight with Lubin. Very excited for that coming up as well. But in my humble opinion, I do believe Virgil should have had a true title shot by now. And now that Boots is up there, people want that fight because we did not get that at 147, right? Yeah, we get into that for sure. And I have said on this channel, I need that. I still need for Charlo to be able to fight Boots. Definitely Crawford, but we already know Crawford turned that down. He did call Crawford and Boots out and Errol, but we're gonna get to that too. Samuel Peter voice. Who neck? Who neck? Who neck? I don't know who neck. But that is the question. Like, who's next, right? I don't know if y'all remember this. But when Boots got up there, I recall one Mr. Virgil Ortiz telling Boots he needed to get to the back of the line, even though he didn't have nothing lined up at the time. And these are some of the reasons. It's several other reasons, but why I say I feel like Virgil really don't totally want this. He don't want this smoke. Shout out to Brunch Boxing. This is an old post. This was from August. It says no agreement has been reached between Jerron Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz on a bout in January or February. The bout is not being discussed between the two parties. The reported agreement is between Eddie and his promoter. I would assume that means between Boots and his promoter, Eddie Hearn only, right? I think I showed that before, but I do have a little clip of Eddie talking to Brian Custer on the Last Stand podcast. And Eddie says he speaks to that, right? He's saying that they have an agreement with Oscar, basically with Golden Boy, that this fight's gonna happen, right? But there's still more to it. So let me go ahead and play this and then we'll get back.
I read where you said something to the effect of this is the guy that is going to get the mantle, basically the baton from Terrence Crawford as the next pound for pound best fighter in the world. Do you believe that?
I really do. And also, let's remember, he's 10 years younger than Terence Crawford, right? And Crawford's amazing. I mean, I think he's just one of the greatest fighters of our generation.
Wait a minute. Good Lord. Of course I didn't start it at the right place. Boo boo, boo boo. Hold on a second. Here we go.
Need that step up. He said, look, I just want a top 15 guy. Let me get my body right. Let me see how I feel on fight week. Let me do my strength and conditioning. And then after that, I'll fight anybody. And what we saw was just an explosion of power and precision. And, it lit up the place. And you'll get the critics who says, Lima, who's Lima? Lima's a good fighter. He's been on the road. He's beaten so many undefeated guys. He's IBO world champion. He's top 10 with every governing body. He was just flabbergasted by what he saw. But now is the most important part of Boots' career. We did it at 47. There's no point me keep talking about how great this young man is if we don't get the opposition to prove it. And that's going to be the plan moving forward.
A lot of people were saying if Virgil Ortiz beats Erickson Lubin, why not Virgil Ortiz to Ron Boots Ennis? What do you say there?
Listen, we sat in a room maybe 2-3 months ago, me, Oscar, Eric Gomez, and DAZN, and we flushed out a deal that we all felt was the right deal for that fight, Boots against Ortiz. We went away, we presented that to Jaron Ennis. He signed all the terms for that fight. We're yet to get the final confirmation from Golden Boy, but Eric did call me last week and said, look, if we beat Lubin, and it's a good fight coming up, then we want to try and move forward and fight Boots up.
See, here's my thing. That's a if. It's a big old if, right? That's my thing with Eddie. And the reason why people call Eddie a snake, because Eddie just says any damn thing. And then it just kind of, information basically comes out later showing that there was nothing for him to stand on. But you basically just told us it's an agreement. It's nothing written in stone. At the end of the day, Boots may agree, Eddie may agree. Does Virgil agree? And Eddie is also notorious for doing this shit. When people have other stuff, other pots on the fire, right? People are in the midst of about to fight or just coming off a fight and trying to unwind from that shit. Like, he's notorious for that, as well as undercutting them, not giving them the damn money these fights be worth. If you want to run around and say that Boots is this guy, you're going to have to pay like he weigh. And I keep saying that. If he's the best from 160 down, now we've actually moved the goalpost to 168. And I'm not mad at Eddie for saying that for his fighter. I'm not mad at him for feeling like that. I'm not mad if anybody feels like that about Boots. Of course, the argument is always who his Boots fought. I'm not even arguing that. I'm just saying, this man, if you're gonna go around here protesting, attesting that Boots is that guy, you're gonna have to give up some damn money for him. Now, the 10 million Charlo's asking for, that's a stretch. Boots ain't did nothing yet but get what, WBA interim? So that's a stretch. I'm not saying that 10 million should be the price tag. But again, Eddie is notorious for lowballing these fighters out here. But you claim that Boots is that guy. So you're going to have to either keep fighting Limas and fight your way up, or you're going to have to throw out a little bit more cash, right? You know why? Because he want to be down, like Brandy. He want to be down. Don't act like you don't know. Don't act like you don't know. Let me go on. I got a few more.
I really hope they're being genuine. And I do believe that Oscar and Eric, they do want to make great fights. And for me, when you talk about fights in the US market right now, Boots against Ortiz, one of the very best. I mean, it's very unusual to get two guys in their prime like that. The clash of styles is perfect, I think, particularly for Jaron, but Oscar thinks the same for Virgil. And I just feel that that's such a great fight to make. And, hopefully he gets through Lubin, and hopefully we see that in the first quarter of 2026.
No, that'd be fantastic. There are other guys who've obviously called out Boots. Keith Thurman is one of them. And, obviously Errol Spence is now going to come back, he said, at the beginning of the year, wants to fight at 154. Do you see Boots fighting any of those guys as well in the future?
Honestly, like when I had a meeting with him on Sunday after the fight, and I said, look, privately, is there anyone you don't like the style matchup of? It might be you've got Mert Salayev, who's not that well known, but he's very strong, comes forward, destroyed Tim Tszyu. And he went, no, honestly, anyone you want, right? So the key for Boots really is the legacy, the championships. And really that's the belt holders. So you've got Fundora, you've got Zayas, which is a great fight. You've got Mert Salayev, you've got Abasa Baru, who's just won the WBA title. But then you've got those other guys that don't have a belt, but are marquee fights. Virgil Ortiz, Errol Spence.
Money.
Charlo's name even come up, the other day as well. But
Money.
The thing is, Brian, the game, like Boots, everybody in boxing knows how good Boots is. So for these names like Errol Spence and Charlo, you can imagine the number they're going to ask for the fight, because they don't really want that fight on their resume. I mean,
Now, see, I think that's some bullshit too. I don't think it's that they don't want the fight. Again, there's gonna be a level of risk fighting certain fighters, and again, if you want to run around here proclaiming how great Boots is, you're gonna have to pay. And people know that Boots is not some punk. He's not just a little Rudy Poot ass fighter. Regardless of what people say, Boots can fucking fight, and we ain't even gonna play over here. Okay, he can fight. It's just gonna be a matter of time to see, is he gonna be number one at 154, right? Yes, he paying in shillings, man. Fuck the quid. So, just briefly, I said this, and I don't know if I said it here, but Virgil Ortiz, again, I don't trust him. It is what it is. I think whether or not Virgil wins or loses against Lubin, because we've been wanting to see this fight, because people still want to see this fight, and it probably will generate these gentlemen some money. I think Virgil still needs to fight him. It don't matter. It don't matter if he loses to Lubin. Hell, Lubin can fight him next to. But I think Virgil really should consider that, because the thing is, Virgil had been talking about moving up to 160. And yes, I've been in these YouTube streets calling Virgil a little chubby Teletubby, because he is. Do be looking a little bit, he be looking a little chubby sometimes. It just, hey man, look. Pay like you weigh. Pay like you weigh. And Virgil weigh a good 175. Like, you have to pay that boy. You got to pay that boy. And it is a good style matchup, man. At 154, most, if not all, of the division isn't afraid of facing. T-Mac, and I don't even know that it's about a fear of facing each other. Now, mind you, though, I have heard a fighter say that there is sometimes a level of apprehension. We're going to use that word, right? There is sometimes a level of apprehension amongst these fighters. Virgil going to get the beats by Dre put A. You have to show me. That's what we need, and that's what's been missing for me. That's what's missing. These guys do a lot of fucking talking, and they're not doing a lot of fucking fighting. Okay. So I have this article here from Boxing Scene, from some quotes, some words spoken by Virgil, right? Because again, yeah, he's talking about possibly moving up to 160. You can't do that before you really, I've heard him complain about not getting title shots. That's on flipping you and Oscar, man. Look at Oscar sitting up there looking like a goddamn frog on a log. Just stupid. Anyway, let me read a little bit of this. We have to look out. What we have to look out for is that he's at a turning point in his career. This is speaking of Lubin. He's had 2 losses. He can't really lose anymore. He wants to get a title fight. He wants my belt. He wants his rematch with Fundora. Time's ticking for him. We need to watch out for a live dog that's backed into a corner. We've just got to be on our toes, worried about everything. The attitude is old hat for Ortiz, who said since his pro debut, he's trained to expect the toughest fight ever. You just got to be prepared. It's better to be overprepared than underprepared. The same type of uncertainty applies to the high profile and non-title fight that may await him in 2026. A showdown with Philadelphia's unbeaten former unified welterweight champion Jerron Boots in its 35. I think he's 35-0 right now. This is the older article. 34-0, 30 KOs. Who meets little known Luis Lima. This was again earlier, so it was saying Saturday he was going to fight Lima. Absolutely, that's a great fight that can happen, and I want it to happen. Ortiz said on the same day. Ennis was saying he envisions an Ortiz showdown. That fight needs an answer. Even I've been wondering what's going to happen in that fight at 147, now at 154. I'm excited to be a part of big fights that everyone wants to see. Ortiz said he leans into that uncertainty over his bout's outcomes as fuel to motivate him during training. I'm always confident in my abilities, IQ, and my toughness. I'm going to be honest. I don't go into any fight thinking I'm going to win. If I know I'm going to if I know I'm going to think I got this, you can't do that. You can't be scared or uncertain. I'm in between, he said. I think I can win. I've just got to do the right things, be on point. Asked if Ennis is the 154 pounder he wants at most, Ortiz responded, I just want the best. I want to fight everybody. Like Oscar, he fought everybody. Fernando Vargas. I want to be respected when I retire. Um, he's very relaxed. This is Garcia speaking, Robert Garcia. He's very relaxed, happy, training easily. His body's healthy and fresh. Sparring twice a week. He's motivated. Right now, he's the best in the world. Yeah, and it's crazy to say that with 4 champions with world titles. It absolutely is, Robert. Good Lord. Ortiz will remain at 154 likely through 2026, but he said a move to middleweight is going to happen. It's inevitable. He's considered the possibility of moving up if, pound for pound king, Terrence Crawford won a 6th world title as a middleweight next year. That's what I'm saying. It's an intriguing fight. Until then, he'll rely on the credibility he's built among fight fans. That belt or no, he possesses a champion's talent. I think dude's thinking about moving up to 160. And to be honest, I saw something else that was saying it wasn't even talking about waiting on fucking Terrence. It wasn't even talking about waiting on Terrence. It's like he's frustrated that he's not getting the fights he wants. But again, who does that fall on? I guess if people don't want to fight him, but I just don't think that's the case. I mean, there's so much politics going into this, money not happening, money, it's a pain in the ass, to be honest, for us. Because again, and I've said this, they need to stop announcing fights and getting people all worked up and riled up, because then you get all this damn duck talk. When if it's business and if it's just happening and it's just a thought process, let that shit stay in the back room, in the boardroom. Let it stay there until we have some certainty in these fights. Because like T-Mac is saying, these dudes probably are most likely not afraid. But you start talking these fights, people are expecting these fights. And it's not like the fights of just not even that long ago, years ago, where these guys was trying to fight everybody. If they said that shit, that's what they meant. They was trying to stand on that. We're not seeing that today. These guys are fighting once or twice a year. And there's a lot of factors that come into that too. So wait, let me go back because I see a queen in here. How you doing, Tay Tay? It's good to see you. Beautiful Tay Tay. How you doing? If he loses to Lubin, it'll take the level of the fight down a bit. It will. But see, that's it. It'll take it down a bit. You're right. But that's still the problem, because the reality is those same people I was just talking about that are running around calling people ducks because some shit don't come to fruition. Them is the same people that'll be like, oh, Virgil done took up. And it's really not for Virgil. It's really more for us. But, because the fighter takes a loss that they're less than, hell no. Hell no. I still want to see that fight. That does not take away the dog that's in Virgil. It's not going to stop shit. I mean, people got to... It should still be a good fight. It should still be a big fight. It's a fight people have been wanting, man. Virgil gonna get okay. I seen that earlier. Let's rumble. I'm gonna leave the cooking to you two, sis. You the professional. SRR said he's always afraid to fight. He said that the way he knew that he said that way he knew he's sane. That sounds like actors or you people who artists getting on stage. There's always the level of a little fear, a little some butterflies, some apprehension. Players getting out on the field, I think that's normal. Apprehension. If you're fearful, then you're clearly in the wrong sport, which is why I say I don't think these guys are afraid. They fight for a living and they have been fighting. It's not like they're new to this. So Virgil's gonna miss weight and dip to 60. Look, 2 cents. Dude came into the division weighing 156. I didn't even go look to see what he came in on the scales at the fights thereafter. But he be looking chubby, man. He be looking chubby. Yeah, he got an interim. But by now, Oscar should have definitely had him at least fighting for one of the titles. How the hell Xander get a title before Virgil? It don't make sense. I think so. I have Lubin. I have Lubin for the fight. But to be honest, T-Mac, it's going to be a good fight. Either way, I think it's truly 50-50, man. I really do. But I'm pulling for Lubin. Let me say that. I don't know. You tell me what's good. How you doing, 903? Y'all, look. 903 been cooking. This man done got the live bug. He went live and he ain't stopped going. I mean, shout out to my brother because he's over there cooking. And he's not just cooking on boxing. So put your link in the chat, 903. Put your link in the chat. All of y'all, you already know how it is over here. No pity and self-promotion, right? Closed mouth don't get fed. I honestly don't know if Boots will fight anybody. He's had a 35 warm-up fights. And Eddie likes to coddle his fighters. Don't call that. Don't do that. He's calling for the smoke, Adam. Don't do that. Don't do that. Lubin down 4 rounds as soon as they weigh in. Facts, because it's a freaking Golden Boy card already off top. I can agree with that. And yeah, ain't nobody trying to see him win but me and the other people that I'm surely some of y'all in the chat. I need to see Brandon Adams and Katz in the mix. Absolutely. I think both beat Bakram. T-Mac, they have the style. That's why I kept saying there is no boogeyman. There's no boogeyman named Bakram Murtataliev. It's not a thing. It's a thing. It's not a thing, though. They have their style, that pressure. Get that man on his back foot. That's all I can say. That's all I have to say. Let's see him on his back foot. And we have, and it don't look good. But he just presses these fighters. Not to mention motherfuckers who don't get their head off the line to Zoo. And he looks like a boogeyman. Because they love to think that Eastern Europeans are boogeymen. Get him going backwards. Let's see what happens. I think Robert's an overrated trainer. He high, but not elite. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. And I think he's a dunce. I think he was a dunce in the case of Santia versus Norman. Your pride got the best of your fucking fighter. Now this dude is not the same. Now everybody talking about pulling him up to 54 unless he's already there and I'm mistaken, and beating up on him. Dude has not looked the same since he fought Brian Norman Jr. He looks like straight boo-boo. I love the way Brandon Adams fight. Nikita Tszyu needs to be in the mix too. Yeah. And he's close, Adam. I want to say he might be like top 20, top 25. He's up there. He's up there. Robert Elite in the Mexican style, all around he's solid. Let me say something for that 2 cents. Let me ask you a question. Could Bam traverse the ring without Robert Garcia? And I know that's taking it to the extreme because we're talking about Bam. But could Jesse Bam Rodriguez traverse that ring without Robert Garcia? Yeah, I know he could. Q behind closed door. I must be way behind. Okay, Golden Boys not letting Lubin leave Texas with the win. It's gonna have to be decisive. He's gonna have to whoop that ass. You hear me? He gonna. I don't know that I can see him knocking Virgil out, but we've seen Virgil get knocked down at least once. I won't say twice, but yes, he got tripped with Boachuk. And he tried to both times. No, one of them was definitely the for sure, for real. You got knocked on your pockets, homie. How you doing, Tay? Look, I've been arguing with Tay a little bit today. Shout out to you, beloved. These ducks are in the wrong spot. I don't call people ducks. Don't do that, Adam. Don't do that. Adam, you know what? Too, let me hook you up because you've been coming through. And I appreciate your participation. Okay. He only made way for one of the 4 fights of 54. Okay. Not the live bug. You got that shit, homie. You got that shit, my brother V. But you know what? You be cooking. Fuck that. You do good work. How long has Robert had Bam? I don't know. 2 cents, to be honest, I have not a clue. Look, maybe this man can answer. Cause he be on that shit. Do you hear me? That's yet to be seen. I just want the truth. And shout out to you. Blessings to you. Welcome in. That's yet to be seen. Because Xander in the Abbas said out his own mouth, they were in talks with Xander Zayas. That's the one I want to see. A unification. Then possibly, it's also being said Boots in Abbas next. Because that he does have that inner now. Like they trying to make that shit quick. Shout out to Eddie for that though. He trying to get his fighter a title like that. What's Oscar doing? What's Oscar doing, y'all? A frog on the log. Yeah. Y'all know what that. Y'all know what that shit is. You know, it's I love you, build it. Oh man, you know what? We all do that, Tay. And it is all love, just like I said in Jess's chat. It's always respect. I ain't tripping. I ain't ever tripping off of none of this stuff. This is all fun conversation. All love, always. Bam is built different. He's not a Mexican. Yeah, man. He's not. He's not. That young man. Wow. Natural won the bid. Yes, sir. We had that conversation. We sure did. And Andy's gonna get the smaller of the purse. And it's gonna be all right because he can absolutely beat Murataya. So the next gentleman, there have been conversations about for Boots. For me, I wouldn't mind this one. I would not mind this one right here. And again, it's just always so much flipping movement going on, right? Baki and Erickson Lubin were supposed to fight, and that fell through because Lubin wanted more money. At the end of the day, y'all, that's really what it boiled down to. Lubin wanted the bank, right? So Baki wants to fight anybody. Now, in the beginning, he was kind of being adamant about the fact that he wanted a title fight next. He wanted a unification for sure. He's like, being demanding. You're with Kathy Duva. You cannot be demanding, sir. You're probably gonna have to end up taking what you get, even though you are a title holder. It just is what it is. And but he did speak to it. And shout out to Ring. Let me see. Keith Idick. That dude. Anyway. I'm gonna read that article. Matchroom. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, I read that. Yes, early 2026. I think Virgil, team, and Oscar is full of. Absolutely. I've been saying I feel like that. I think Baccarat. Don't do that. Don't do. That's Baki. That's the cartoon Baki. No, it's not. Should absolutely fight. Be next for Boots. Not mad at a boss either. Me neither. Virgil's a good fighter, but he's surrounded by snakes. I agree. Well, they all are. They all are. What the hell? Eddie's a snake. Oscar's a snake. The old men are snakes. That would be Don King and yeah, top rank. Yeah, all snakes. All snakeage. So let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, that's a picture. Hold on a second. Let me get this right. So yeah. Baki. Baki, 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 Baki. Um if Ennis wanted to fight me, he would have fought. He wouldn't have fought who he just fought. This article's from 3 days ago. Mirza Taliev told The Ring, no one knows who Lima was, but he would have fought me if he wanted to fight, not Lima. He was the IBF champion in a lower weight class and moved up. I could have fought him. He wants to fight me or Ortiz. Why pick Lima? Ennis, 28, is generally regarded as one of the most gifted, multi-dimensional boxers in the sport. He has been criticized, however, circumstantial. Some choices of opponents might have been for facing lesser fighters than frustrated fans and skeptical experts want to see in his face. Mirza Taliev, 32, is beyond frustrated because he hasn't fought in almost 1 year since he overwhelmed heavily favored former WBO champion Tim Tszyu last October in Orlando, Florida. I ain't about to read Tszyu's record. We don't give a shit. Tszyu was the 7-1 favorite, yet Mirza Taliev sent him to the canvas 4 times and stopped him in the third round. Good Lord, good Lord. Proposed fights with numerous championship caliber opponents, including Ortiz, haven't materialized since Mirza Taliev demolished Tszyu. And why? Why hasn't Ortiz fought? Why hasn't he fought him? This man is just sitting around waiting. Now, mind you, yes, he did say initially he wants the title fight. But clearly this dude got a wild hair up his butt. He wants to fight somebody, and these people they ain't. This is what I'm talking about. These fighters have a choice. Shout out to Big Head Oscar one time for telling the truth. These fighters ultimately do have a say in who they fight. You know, if the money's there, and they're willing, there is like again there's a lot of variables as to whether people do or do not fight, but we ain't gonna forget Virgil said he wanted 2 tune-ups after fucking my guy Israel Madrimov. We're not gonna forget that. We're not gonna forget this stuff, man. Eddie's an incompetent snake. Oscar's a dangerous snake because he knows to get there. You go. That's why I say, Oscar get up there on his clap back Thursday and he just be playing both. He's such a little turd, dude. He's a dried up turd. Blessings to you. We'll be here, Queen. I'm gonna be here. I hope you're having a good day at work. Hope you have a good day at work, beautiful sis. And Murtaya could have fought Lubin, his mandatory tomato. Oh, Murtazaliev could have. 2 cents? Could he? If Erickson said nah, bump that, because again, they ain't got no money. I'm sorry. I think Baki is like the best fighter that Kathy Duva has. I don't know who's gonna foot the bill for that one. I'm about to go out there and bop this dog upside the head. He out there scratching on his. Um. So yeah, no, I don't think. To be honest, I think Baki needs to go. He needs to go on and find a different promotional company or management company. You better sit down. I do know that, sir. Anyway, yes. I think he needs to find a different promotional company. Somebody who could pay, like he weighs, like Boots, right? Because I just don't know who's really trying to fight him. Because I really don't think people think he is the boogeyman. I surely don't. If I'm not a fighter, I don't think these fighters are scared of Mirza Taliev. You can clearly see his holes. And as mentioned before by T Mac, Katz and Adams, perfect style. Lubin would have been. I think Lubin absolutely could have beat Mirza Taliev, but he wanted more money. Baccarat laid in bed. Turkey now, enjoy him, please. I be missing you. I ain't seen you in these YouTube streets either. What's going on Tuesday? So to finish, oh Lord. The Russian born proposed fights with numerous championship caliber opponents, including Ortiz, haven't materialized since he demolished Tszyu. The Russian born champion could defend his title against England's Josh Kelly. And last I heard, that is not even coming to fruition. So, but 3 days ago, maybe it's just still in the works. But their teams haven't finalized the deal with the third ranked Kelly. The IBF scheduled a purse bid for Tuesday. Okay, so Tuesday we should hear something about whether or not Josh Kelly and Bakram will end up fighting, right? If the representatives can't come to agreement before then, it's going to a purse bid Tuesday. And you know it won't. Shit. Ennis is ranked 5th by the IBF in the junior middleweight division. The top 2 spots in it's top 15 are unoccupied, and that's normal, right? We know if not the top 2 spots, number 1 spot in IBF is always open. I really would love someone to explain to me why the hell that is. It's the craziest thing ever. But anyway, Mirza Taliev doesn't think it'll matter, even if Boots becomes his mandatory challenger. Everybody mentions me after they fight, he says. Fundora did too. But then when it comes to business, everybody disappears. The ring junior middleweight title is vacant. Ortiz is ranked first among the ring's top 10 contenders at 154. Fundora is second, and Mirza Taliev is fourth. 5th ranked is Lubin, and he's going to be challenging Ortiz for his WBC interim super welterweight title November 8th at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. Shout out to Texas. Big things, big things. Ennis entered our junior middleweight top 10 at number 7 this week through a ring champion prior to moving up 7 pounds. The ratings panel determined Ennis shouldn't be higher than 7th due to the level of opponent he fought Saturday night. Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired. Yeah, they like, you better fight somebody, god dang it. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. So, Ennis and Baki, not a thing. Matter of fact, yeah, I heard him, Boots, call him out, but I sure did not hear Eddie talk about Baki. They on Ortiz, right? But he says they're open to everything. So, lastly, my guy, my new guy, yeah. Shout out to Abbas Barau, excuse me. Abbas, I guess, would be supposedly the next thing, WBA champion. Um, and again, now Boots is WBA interim, right? But shout out to Doc Boxing Talk, who had Abbas on his show a couple of weeks ago. They're supposedly in talks with Xander. That's the fight that I personally want to see, but I am not opposed to Boots fighting him. And Abbas has let it be known he's taking all comers. Like it don't matter, be it Baki, be it Boots, be it blah blah blah, the Xander, Fandora, whatever. Right? He's won the smoke. Um, so I guess time will just tell what exactly happens with that. Actually, that wouldn't be lastly, y'all, because it's one more. It's one more. We got one more, and it is the fight that I want. I want all these fights, y'all. I'm not picky, but it would be my guy, my guy. Even though I'm really not impressed or happy with what the hell I heard, I feel a way. Let me play this.
If they gave me an offer for Crawford, and me and Crawford, I talked to him one time. I'm excited. I'm so. It's gonna be an honor to get in the ring with him, not just today, just because of what he done in it. As becoming undisputed, he completed something that I didn't complete, and so being in the ring with Crawford would be amazing. I give him the best fight of today's era. I don't think that there's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now. The best fight really would be me. The best fight with Boots is me. The best fight with Crawford is me. Obviously, nothing else. Anybody else could. Earl and Virgil and the winner of them. But I really don't see nobody else. What y'all want me to do in the game? If they gave
Negro. Why it sound like he's begging for fights, y'all? And he went on. And he also talked about he don't have nothing against EJ. He'll fight EJ. Why does Nico sound like he's begging Crawford for a fight, dude? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Charlo right now, y'all. I just don't know. different. Yes, he is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Boss versus Vander, the best fight to make for both guys. I think so. Right now, easy. It should be easy. And yeah. Salute to the good brother. How you doing? From one TH to another. How are you, Thomas Hill? Great, sir. Grand evening to you. So yeah, Jamel, I guess should be coming back. He and Arrow at the beginning of next year. But we've been hearing this, and I'm kind of tired. Y'all know I love EJ, and I really would be okay if EJ just says I'm not. I don't want to fight. That would be okay. It would be just fine. But Charlo, and I really do believe Charlo's ready. In that same video, look, he's not drinking. He's drinking virgin drinks, which is a great thing. I don't know. I felt like he was begging Crawford for a fight. Now before he fought Mr. Canelo, he was talking shit to Crawford. He was talking shit to Crawford, talking about what he ain't gonna do and who he ain't trying to fight, right? Not cool. And once Crawford fought Errol, then he felt away. He wanted to avenge his friend. I'm guessing that's what it was. But not before he got to go move up to 168 and do what he wanted to do and make his money. And once he did that and took that L, Crawford said, fuck you. Do I feel a way about that? A little bit. Because they had built and generated up a lot of steam with that. Like, people wanted to see that. And then Crawford was like, nah, I need that. I would love for that fight to still take place, to be honest. I just don't think it will at this point because this dude's asking for $10 million for these fights. I don't even think you're getting 10 milli for boots. Okay. The most they was offering 2 million for boots. That was at 147, right? I don't know what Eddie's offering here up here. I don't know. The boxing scholar, how are you doing? Hmm. hmm. Yes, Mr. T. Himothy T. Hill up in the place. Don't do that. Don't do that, the boxing scholar. If he retires, it's deserved. Just I wish he would just say it. I mean, I hear a lot of stories about these guys behind the scenes that are not really good. So if he's having issues before he come, I hope that he doesn't. Now, Charlo's one that I'm not. I really keep hearing that Charlo is in really great shape. Dog shape is the words that this individual used, and this individual spars him. So dog shape, um, ready to come back, and probably will come back as a dog. But we just got to see it, right? Maul too. I like Maul more than I like Mel, and I think 903 said that the other day. Yeah, begging. He on his Keith sweatshirt. It's funny you say Keith, because didn't Keith want 10 million to fight Boots at 147? These dudes, he's doing something else, dude. You know what? I'm not gonna argue with you, the boxing scholar. I'm not. Them damn black sequins, man. They don't be trying to hear it. They don't be trying to hear it about the curse, and they don't believe in the curse of the black sequins. Yeah, more black sequins that fell than not. How about that? Whether y'all believe it or not, and Ant can verify that. You got a whole tally going, and I don't think he's the only one. Bud is the cash cow. The cash cow still ain't giving Jamel Charlo no damn $10 million. He can have that being the cash cow. Bud go little bro Mel. Wow. I don't know. To be honest, I said this in Just Du's chat earlier. I don't like to make assumptions. We need to see. I need to see. I'm from Missouri by proxy. We're gonna say I'm from Missouri. Show me. Show me that. Show me that. And yeah, I don't think Mel's hungry. I, in the sense of money and needing comfortability in his life. But he may just want to come back and show that he ain't no fucking punk. So show me, please, somebody. Show me. DBS, he took his brother Smoke. Shouldn't have been in there in the first. Yeah. 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 I agree. And it's crazy. Yeah, that Bud went up there and did that. And now he's like, he did what I couldn't do. Dude, it just sounded goofy and it pissed me off. I ain't even gonna lie. Both Charlos are always in shape. Yes, definitely like Mom more. Mel was always the one after what was always the afterthought and the lesser twin. Um, he has way overachieved his expectations. Hall of Famer. Yeah. That and those are facts. What's going on with you? How are you, Doc? How are you, Doc? Boxing Talk. How you doing, King? Put your link in the chat too. Put your link in the chat too. I don't have the little bells and whistles like you. I can't stand Cardi B, but I don't have that. Shout out to Dr. Boxing Talk in the house. Bud gonna little bro Mel when it comes to the money and the negotiations. He will. He will. Because he's like that. And I don't like him for that. but shout out to Bud. Uh, just do boxing. How you doing, KB? Welcome in. Welcome in. I don't know. You might still be live, brother. I had to get in where I fit in. Just I had to get in where I fit in. Good show today, though. But Just has a good show every day. So y'all, another one. Put your link in the chat. Just do, just do. Okay, so we ran down the gambit of to last Charlo. I said what I had to say about Charlo. Shout out to him. I'm gonna hurry up and move around because again we got fights coming on tonight. And matter of fact, yeah, about 20 minutes. We will have a Puerto Rican card through Salida coming on. That will be Pagan versus Montgomery. Are y'all ready? Hold on a second. All right, so um, Joshua James Pagan, 13-0 with 4 knockouts. Uses his range, good combination punching when he gets going, with nice variation to his sequences, good hand speed that interrupts, but he's not punching through. So the power is lacking. If you like good technical displays, he is entertaining. And he's fighting tonight on the zone. 6 p.m. my time, I'm mountain. So that's 8. Oh, it's 20 minutes, y'all. It's in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Um, I think I did do Malik Montgomery. Let me tell y'all a little something about Malik first that I found out. Shout out to Malik. Malik's last fight was Jeremy Hill, 0, out of Louisiana, and he took his first loss. That was on OTX. I can't remember how long ago that was. But BoxRec will surely tell me. As much as I can't stand BoxRec, yeah, it be letting you know. It be letting you know, like the weed. So, his last fight was March of this year. He was beaten by Jeremy Hill on OTX. So if you want to go back and be able to watch that at any point in time, there you go. He's now 20-1 with 18 knockouts. Sounds good, don't it? 18 knockouts out of 20. Malik also, when he came into the game, he was training with Kenny Porter, and he had a regular sparring partner of Sean Porter. So he can take some punches. Surely we know that, right? We know what Sean Porter working with. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, y'all are just greeting each other. Let me get on out the business. So yeah, Malik. I ain't gonna down Malik though. Came in the game with Kenny Porter. And I think the interview I was looking at, that was like 4 years ago. But I know now he's fighting under his father. Malik is sharp and he can punch in bunches. He does. I would call him a swarmer, right? He's a swarmer. He fights similar to Sean, but not looping necessarily hooks in a lot. We'll just say that. He can stand toe to toe. He has good positioning and pop as well as a variety. And if you let him, he'll make it a dogfight. And most of his opponents have allowed him to do that. Lastly, he can take hits. While he can roll and dip away from shots, his guard and overall defense can use some tightening. But again, he could take shots, but just because you can, it don't mean you should, right? Y'all already know how that goes. Also coming up this weekend, y'all. Also coming up this weekend. And now, mind you, the fights sometimes that I'm covering, unless I just am wanting to talk about extra fights because I just like watching so goddamn much. Um, the fights that I'm talking about tonight in particular are in our fight pool, US 6 fight pool, currently in the second season. We have a lot of fun over there. We talk a lot of spit. I don't. They do. Look, I'm at the goddamn bottom, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm at the bottom of the bottom. But you know what? I'm not a competitive person like that, and I just actually enjoy the camaraderie. And it is what it is. So the fight pool, though, the fights telling you about tonight are in our pool. Bakari Samake and Alejandro Ortiz are in our pool for this weekend. Now, Samake is a French fighter. If you guys have been messing with me long enough, you know I have those videos, the French Connection, right? Talk about French fighters. At the time, they were the current fighters. A lot of them still are. And obviously, I'm talking about. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna say that. French fighters. Samake is a French fighter, and y'all, Samake never made it to my videos, and I haven't done any more. I haven't even been doing videos, as you know, but he did not make it. Samake is 18 and 10. 18 and 0, I'm sorry, with 10 knockouts, excuse me. 18 and 0 with 10 knockouts. But and you know, on a surface level, somebody just taking a glance, he probably looks like he is doing something. I don't feel like he is. Shout out to Michael Ray the second, because this is where I first learned about guys loading up. Because I kept looking at this kid and I'm like, it's something I can't put my finger on about him. Yeah, you knocking people out. Then you look like you huffing and a puffing. You doing them. He loads up on everything. On everything. On a jab. On a hook. On everything's hard. And it ain't hitting on nothing. Like it was pissing me off. So this is where I learned, yes, about fighters who load up. And he is the epitome. Samake has been over here and visited the Mayweather camp. And they gave him some accolades, but he really should have stayed and he should have picked up some game because this guy uses a Philly shell. I'm gonna just call it a shell. I'm not even gonna call it a Philly shell because it's just a shell. But he's still getting hit in the face. He don't fight out of it. Okay, he's not throwing that rear hand as a counter. Not catching and shooting, not nothing. You're just getting hit on, and you're big for nothing. And you know he'll muscle his way back out of it because he's muscly. Shout out to Samaki. Again, yes, he's fighting Alejandro Ortiz. Alejandro, who has no video film of him, you guys. And another thing about Bakari constantly fights domestic level opponents. I think he's fought outside of France 4 times, twice in Germany, and twice. Yeah. Let me see. It doesn't matter. Because what it is he's a hometown favorite. You know, I mean, you listen to the calls. Oh, they're going, oh, Samake. And it's like, what are we doing? As much as I would like to like Samaki, he really needs to get around some other people, man, outside of France, and become a really more well-rounded fighter and understand that he don't have to try to hit everything hard to be successful because he's very athletic. He actually has the skill set, but he's so embroiled in his own head and the hype that you know he's just doing his thing over in France. Again, this guy he's about to fight, there's no film on Alejandro. Alejandro, mind you guys, is 25-0 with 24 knockouts. Yeah, 25-0 with 24 knockouts, while Bakari is 18-0 with 10 knockouts. So this is telling me that basically they're pulling Alejandro over to France because they know something, and he's gonna be cannon fodder for Samake. And I mean, okay, there was a short clip of Alejandro sparring, and it just is all cut up, and there's little fades here and out, like to make him look good, but dude was not hitting on nothing. Um, I got Samake probably knocking this guy out just based off what I seen because I don't have anything else to go with, and it just really fits the narrative. You're pulling a guy from another country to yours who nobody knows. Dude does not even have a picture on BoxRec. He has dimensions. He's 5'9.5" with a 70-inch reach. Like, shout out to Bakari Samake for having it his way, right? Um, he didn't look too good. He didn't. Zero was nice and slick, whooping that. You know what? Shalom to you, upper echelon. Yes, sir, I do. Yes, sir, I do. I hope you've been well and healing up. It's been a minute. So now, Bakari Smake, the next fight. Because we're trying to get through this. Yeah. Tadurin. I think he's Pedro Tadurin. Now, these are Filipino fighters on this card. I do believe, let me see. Nope. I don't see that it will be televised, but all their fights always end up on YouTube thereafter. Definitely, because you guys know, if you've ever looked through fights and seen Filipinos fighting, they're going to talk about their people and they are going to put their fights on YouTube. So shout out to the Filipinos. Pedro Tadurin versus Christian Bulanan. Bulanan. Balunin. I'm usually a little better phonetically with these names. Balunin. This is an IBF World Minimum Weight title. Fight again happening in Manila, as y'all can see, the Thriller in Manila. I don't know why people cannot be more original. Why they always gotta steal our stuff. Y'all. Pedro is 18-4-1 with 13 knockouts. Now, he's been he's definitely been a champion. He's definitely held some championships over there, the Filipino grade championships, but he's also been the WBC world minimum, or at least he fought for it against a Chapanyan Munsri before. He picked up the IBF against Samuel Salva, and that was back in 2019. And then he lost it, and he's picked it up again, right? So really, he's famed for beating Genjiro Shikigoa. Beat him twice. First time, he got a TKO stoppage in the 9th round. Second time, it was a unanimous decision or split decision. But look, the little dude, he's good. I like Pedro, and this is who I actually picked. Pedro is constant, steady pressure behind a high guard, good variety of punches across the board, doesn't neglect the body. The thing with Pedro and Bulanin in this fight is Bulanin is his mandatory, right? And Bulanin, let me get into his record. He's 12-0 with 7 knockouts. Rangy, um, seems to be comfortable mid range, a good counter puncher. He will press the action. He's pretty quick and he can be explosive with decent accuracy. His defense could be better as he tends to be open center mass and can become discombobulated. Under fire. I just wrote some dead in the middle of that shit, y'all. Can Pedro show this lesser experienced kid that, he's the veteran is the question. The thing is, Pedro Tadurin is trying to get to having a fight with Oscar Collazo, right? Oscar Collazo being the WBO, and I don't know if he holds the WBA because, if Doc is in here, he could tell me. I don't know if he holds the WBA title because BoxRec don't tell you that. But, and I'm not about to go through all that searching right now. I'm trying to hurry up here. But that's the thing. Pedro Tadurin is trying to get a fight with Oscar Collazo. We just saw Oscar Collazo fight Jason Vason, right? I don't know. I picked Tadurin. I think that the pressure might be able to get Bulanin. We're going to see. I think this fight takes place. Let me see. La 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 la. This one is Sunday, October 26th. So, and in the rest of the undercard, they're all gonna be Filipino fighters. So, but that particular match, again, it's a championship. It's for a title. So therefore, in the fight pool, we're making pick'ems. The next fight that everybody knows is coming up, and everybody's loathing because it's goddamn $60. Shout out to Frank Warren if you like that shit. Joseph Parker and Fabi O'Wardley. Man. Punching power. We about to see it. You're all the way healed up. Don't worry. You're going to see. Oh. Okay. Okay. Amen. Hey. I ain't in that. I don't know. I don't go to that guy's channel anymore. Shout out to him because he be doing the damn thing. And I ain't gonna hate on him. It's a great fight where anything can happen. Yes, it is. It is. But my personal pick is going to be Joseph Parker. Again, going with the vet in this fight. We all know Fabio. Actually, Fabio's gotten better at starting to try to box, right? Now, his last fight against Justice Hooney, who he knocked out with a straight right. Oddly enough. Hey, fella, how you doing?
Hey, what it do? What you saying? What it going? It's your favorite yet your most hated odd fella. I mean, pulling up to Shawa, La, Ya.
Why do you keep saying it like that? Just call me Shawa, and we good. We good.
You said say it in 3 words, so I'm done. That's what I'm doing.
You know, I
what I mean?
didn't.
I'm listening. I'm taking instructions. You know what I
Somebody
mean?
told you that, and that would be KG, not me.
No, that was you. It wasn't no KG.
It's Shawa. Just call me Shawa. We good. Because you make it so. Anyway.
Hey, I like the way when I was saying Shawala, yeah, but you said no, break it up, Jay. Break it up.
I
See
did,
us.
yeah. I didn't say that. That was KG, and I'm gonna go find it just to prove it to you. But that's not important. How you doing today?
I
How you
mean, that
doing?
rolls off the tongue like Shawala Ya.
Exactly. That's how you're supposed to say it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's why I was like, I
Oh,
didn't tell
these
you to break
niggas.
it up.
Come on now.
I didn't tell you to break it up.
Okay, we gonna roll with it. Shawala Ya.
How you doing today? How have you been, sir?
Man, shit. It took me 2.5 hours to get back.
Oh, big bro.
You know
Oh,
what I mean?
no, no bueno.
So, yep, I pulled up. I see you still, you know what I mean? Still live and whatnot. I rolled me a little ting and I'm ready to cook.
Roll ups is always nice. It's been some years for me, but
Mm.
I kind of miss it, maybe a little bit. Like,
What you used to you used to
I was
cook
a
a little bit?
whole, I was a whole head for years. Even when I was driving, that was supposed to. I might
Mm.
start up again one of these days, maybe. But that's neither
Mm.
here nor there. We, I, and now you. I was cooking on Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley, and I
Indeed.
I see Queen. Shout out to my big brother, Kano. Salute to you. We miss you. We miss you, beloved. I miss you. Look, everybody, I miss you. Queen says she's going for Fabio, but she think Parker has a higher ring IQ, and I absolutely agree. I think the wily old vet is gonna get the young pup out. What you got? What you got?
I'm with Queen 71. Um
Mm.
I want Worley to win, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to. I'm hoping, like, when I look at this fight and I see a lot of what the experts are saying, that they're making it seem like Worley just has a puncher's chance.
Mm.
They keep on going back to the fact that they're calling him British Wilder. Um, that he got that one punch uh, uh, knockout power and whatnot. But I think we're short selling what Fabio Worley can do in the ring, and we
So,
might be overselling what Joseph Parker has done in his last 3 to 4 fights.
hey, I can't argue with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
And the rest, I don't know. Like that Bacoli win, it
easy
did,
work, too
yeah,
easy.
it was too easy. It was too easy. There wasn't no challenge. So what did you gain from that?
Yeah,
What did Worley gain from being thoroughly outclassed by Justice Hooney
and
for,
coming
for,
back.
for 10 rounds and then stopping him? I know he don't want to go through that again. Like it's a relief he can rely on his stopping power, but
Mm.
I don't think Worley and his mindset. He's an intelligent guy. You can tell it by the way he speaks. You know what I mean? That he
Well,
has that he has intelligence. I know
in
he
the
don't
right
want to come
power
back
for
in the
anyone.
ring against Joseph Parker to get outclassed
Yeah.
for 11 rounds to stop. I think he wants to come and be the front runner and be the guy that shows that he can clinically box. He can outbox the boxer.
No, don't say that. He's just getting okay boxing. You ain't about to outbox the. You know what? It remains to be seen. Yeah,
I mean, he looked like he has the potential. He has the tools to do a lot better than what he did in his name's I'm forgetting him right now. His last fight,
Who? Which one?
Worley. Hooney
Um,
up to
Mooney.
Hooney,
Yeah,
yeah.
Justin Mooney. Yeah.
Now, so yeah, that Hooney fight, I think it was just once again the boxing skills of Hooney gave him a lot of problems, but the problems, it was there to be solved, and I think those problems were great experience for him. And once again, we're looking at a guy that's a white collar boxer, a guy that didn't have no amateur background, a guy that's been learning on the job. So that's a learning experience, that Justice Hooney fight. You know what I
All
mean?
his fights. Yeah.
So all I'm saying is that I give Wardley a better chance than a puncher's chance. You know what I mean? But am I picking him? Nah.
You going with the old reliable, huh?
He ain't reliable to me. He ain't reliable, but you know what I mean? The odds are is that Parker will be able to finesse, possibly outbox, maybe even outpunch Worley. And I don't think this is going to be a fight where Parker stops Worley or Worley stops Parker in the early rounds. I think we're going to see a late round stoppage. It's going to be in the championship rounds if there is a stoppage. A lot of the brothers picked
Hmm.
this is going to 12-round distance. That's a fair pick, you know what I mean? But if it does get stopped, one of these two men are going to be stopped in the championship rounds, and I believe that Worley will be that guy that gets stopped because he doesn't have the championship round experience.
Right. Um. mm, Look, I don't think Wardley wants to play around. And again, I'm picking Parker based off the fact that he is the veteran and he is the better boxer. I mean, that's just a given. He's the better boxer, unless, like I say, Wardley been all of a sudden been working on something, and we just about to be shocked and amazed. But I think Wardley would likely want to get him out of there ASAP.
Mm.
And I feel the same way for Parker because Parker knows how goddamn dangerous that right is from Wardley. So I think neither one of them is gonna come here and play around. I think Queen said it best. The only guarantee is that somebody's getting damn stopped, and I think it may be Parker with the aid of Andy Lee. Um, Again, okay, so you spoke to the Bacoli fight and how quick he was like second or third round, right?
Hmm.
Second. I keep talking about this flippity flappy shot, y'all, because it's a thing. That goddamn Widow's Peak shot. He kept throwing it at Bacoli, and when it landed, we saw Bacoli go down and how he went down. So I don't know if they were working on that, or if that's going to be part of his repertoire now.
Do you really think that's one of his shots now? Because to me, I thought it was a fluke.
I don't, you know what? That's why when I went back, it's not a. It can't be a fluke if you keep throwing it. It's a fluke when you throw it and maybe you aim too high. Maybe you was aiming for the temple, but it was a straight shot. It was a straight upward trajectory shot, and he hit through it a couple of times. So
Mm.
there was intent behind that. And I know that's not the first time I've seen that. And not from Parker per se. I've seen other people get jacked up the equilibrium from
Yeah.
this shot up here. So clearly
Well, the
either Andy.
AJ was
Mm,
a victim of that against Andy Ruiz in the first fight.
mm,
Temple like top of the head shot, and he never was able to fully recover from that.
recover. I'm telling you, it has to be a thing. And then if you remember also Parker came into that fight heavy for Triple D, remember? And he ended up probably needing that weight, I guess. I don't feel like he needed it for Triple D, but you might have needed it for Bacoli's ass because we saw how Tubby came up in
But
there.
Parker been coming in heavy lately though. For his last,
Exactly.
he been coming to 240, 240 plus 250. You know what I
Mm.
mean? But it's in a definitely he's in shape. It's an in shape 240, 250. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he be in
He
shape, but
has bulked up.
right.
And it hasn't, I don't think, too much impacted his stamina at all. He's
It
still a
hasn't.
12-round fighter.
Yeah, I think it's strategic for sure. The weight, and I'm still gonna say that damn Widow's Peak shot. I know I butchered bro name. I don't know. I don't know his name you butchering. If it was if it was a competition, I'd be picking Wardley. If this wasn't a competition, I would be picking Wardley.
Mm,
And yeah, man, because I'm still pulling for Montgomery, but Pagan, and I didn't say what my pick was for that fight. Pagan is just, man, going over his fights. Dude might not have the pop, but he got skills.
yeah.
And if Jeremy Hill beat him with some great skills, I think Pagan, after looking at some more of his fights again, Hilly and what was that guy's name? Shit, Haskell.
Yeah, Ronald Haskell.
Yeah, man. Look, Pagan he got hands. He got hands, and he can fight at distance, but he can also fight on the inside,
Yep.
and he can take punches. So, at the end of the day, as much as I think and want Montgomery to win, it's in Puerto Rico too. Like Queen had said in the fight pool chat, I think Pagan is about to walk away. Myself, I was gonna go UD, but I'm gonna go majority decision because I think Montgomery is gonna put up a fight, and one judge is gonna pick him, and the other two, yeah, no.
Was there any footage of the weigh-in?
Not to
Because
my knowledge, maybe.
red flags are going up in regards to Malik Montgomery.
I don't know. I heard that. You know what? I don't know if Mike is still in here, but I did hear that Pagan looks like excellent. So there must be something out there because somebody said he looked good. Pagan, that is. And
Mm.
shout out to Irony Boxing. How you doing, beloved? Blessings to you. Always good to see
Well, check
you.
this out. I mean, the reason why I bring up the red flags about the weigh-in,
Mm,
maybe I could be wrong about this. Maybe I might be reaching, but we got to look at the patterns here. And Malik Montgomery, last two fights he fought, I think Sakaria Lucas, the Namibian fighter, stopped him in four. But you look deeper into the issue, and he came in that fight overweight. He didn't make weight. I think he was 2 pounds overweight for that fight.
mm,
The Jeremy Hill, the Zero Hill fight, where he got thoroughly outclassed and outboxed by Zero. Salute to Zero. He was overweight in that fight as well.
mm. Let me get
Okay.
my box right.
This fight against Pagan, he made weight. He made weight, Shawa.
Uh-oh.
But he was 132, 3 pounds under the weight limit. 132 pounds. That's I mean, I don't know.
Bro don't
Are
know how to be
are you
consistent.
weight drained?
Yeah, I
Are
was
you
like,
working too hard?
bro don't know how to be consistent. He might overtrain.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Look, I
So
now.
at one instance it's like, cool, yeah, you made the weight with 3 pounds to spare, but at the same time it's like uh, uh it, that might be a little bit too much, especially when you're talking about you a lightweight fighter. And then you a lightweight fighter that was struggling to make the weight before, and now you now you 3 pounds under.
But you know what? Okay, look. I will say this. Because when you we talked about this, when you look at Pagan's picture on his box ring, oh my gosh, he looked like Skeletor. But every fight that you actually see him in, dude actually clearly is rehydrating very well. He looks normal. He looks fine. Um, 3 pounds. See, I'm not one of them people that think that that weight is can hurt somebody. I think you can still fuck somebody at 135 up being 132 for sure. We know
Yeah.
that is possible. So it could just be that he wants to be smaller to be able to work more, but you're already so small. So it is questionable.
Hmm.
But I don't, like you said, we'd have to see what the weigh-in looks like because if he's like super gaunt and it might not
Yeah, I
really
haven't
be
seen
so.
no photos, no video of the weigh-in,
I'm looking for it and I don't see
but
the
that number was yeah, Put some
Well,
red flags up for me. I picked Pagan myself.
yeah,
Uh,
I feel.
by I think by split.
I think you did too. I think you did split.
Yeah.
I'm looking. Wait. Pagan. I'm looking for the weigh in. And they both, this may be it. Maybe. They both looking skinty as hell, looking like
Mm.
they could cut some with their cheeks. These cheeks, y'all. These cheeks. Now this is 2 days ago, so that wouldn't be the way, and that's just a face off. I don't see a way in. Well, we gonna find out tonight though.
And what time that fight start?
It had started 15 minutes ago, I believe.
Oh, the card.
Yeah, the card. So with that being said, let me, because I said I wasn't gonna hold people up. I did have a couple of more topics I wanted to cook on, and we gonna get more into this as the month goes by, and y'all already know what time it is when I say that. When I say these things, we got a month. Y'all already know what time it is.
Mm.
Shout out to these ladies again too. I still might do a fight call, but shout out to Mary Spencer and Michaela Mayer. Super middleweight, I believe, fight that's gonna be happening October 30th.
Ain't she
Um,
the unified?
Mary, I believe so.
No,
I
no,
believe so.
Michaela.
Oh yeah, well yes, but that is not at super middle.
You right. You right. So she's, I guess,
She-
moving up in weight.
She's going up to actually and it's middle because she's going up to 54 because last she fought was 47. And that is Lauren Price, who's actually I think got
Right.
the
It's looking like
belt.
duckery. You
It,
just
it,
yeah,
it
look,
is.
it's looking like duckery. What's good? She could have went
It is.
undisputed at 147, and she going to Canada.
Well, no. Okay, it's you said it's ducking. Look, I did a video on this. So here's the thing: Lauren Price agreed to a price. Then she said she wanted more money. So Michaela, this is after beating Sandy Ryan the second time. She said, "Well, I'm not about to sit around and wait on whatever you're gonna do, Lauren, because I think Lauren has the bulk of the belts. Um, she's going up to 154 to fight Mary Spencer, and Mary Spencer says she's knocking Michaela out. This is why I was so excited. And then Top Rank stole my thunder. Keep Top Rank for that. Yeah, I was supposed to be doing a fight call. So as I say, I might still do it. But shout out to Michaela Mayer and Mary Spencer and all the fighters on undercard because it's going to be a good card. Y'all don't miss that. It will be on Top Rank now. And I might still just, since I done paid for flipping Punch and Grace, I might still just do the damn fight comment. Like, it's crazy. So, this last week, some little news has came out, and I know you've heard the word on the curb, uh,
Mm. What's that? What's
about
that?
a gentleman who is out in these streets talking about getting work and helping out fighters, right? And this particular gentleman is being called a snitch and a mole, turncoat, you name it.
I don't know what you're talking about for
You
real.
don't know what I'm talking about. Well, so it came out that there's a gentleman by the name of Elijah Flores, who is, I believe, a welterweight
Mhm.
fighter. He, and he showed up on Mill City, y'all. Look, let me just play the clip. And as a matter of fact, I do need to use the restroom, so I will be right back.
I ain't seen this yet. This is a revelation to me right here.
Oh, he's about to reveal some things, and people were feeling away, and I can understand why, little babies. But y'all gonna be all right. Hold on, let's see.
Mm.
No, this was a three weeks of straight sparring. He's a dog. He's the most athletic, quickest dude I think I've been in the ring with. Wow. Yeah. So
And I'm not saying that because I just got out his camp. You know, I said it with the Ryan and Haney fight when I did a few rounds. I mean, did a few sparring sessions with Haney, and then I left to Ryan Garcia camp. I kept it a buck when I got interviewed. I was like, yo, I got a 50-50 fight. I said if Haney lands that left hook, I think that's it. But if Haney's able to fight his fight, I said yeah. So that's what it was, yeah. And look, he hit him with that hook. So with this, I think B Norm, I'm not even saying this because, you know, I got out of camp. Like, I keep it a band. I think I got it like a 60-40, like, of B Norm. Athletic, cut off the ring good, strong, quick, nasty hook. I think, you know, nasty hook. Like, he's able to get there. His feet matching up with his hands. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a good fight, though, but I just think B will be... He will be him, you know. He's gonna show out, I think, for sure.
Yeah, because you've been in there with Haney, and you've tasted that speed, you know, that timing, you know, that range that he has, and now being in there with Norman, you feel like you took a lot more out of that sparring, like you learned more out of that sparring than.
Yeah, for sure. Because he obviously styles make fights. When I spar Haney, don't get me wrong, Haney is a great counter puncher. He's slippery, like. Just because I'm saying that don't mean that Haney, you know, is any less. Like, Haney's is a sharpshooter, quick, great jab, great IQ. But I think when it comes to a real fight, you got to be able to sit down. You got to be able to stay there. And I don't see Haney, if I'm being real, I don't see Haney staying there, like, not one bit. And I just think that's in a favor towards Brian Norman. But Haney, it's going to be a good fight. You know, there's some things that I just see that I witnessed sparring. I was just like, damn, it's gonna be a good one.
So that's just a little bit of it. I could play a little bit more because it's about 3 minutes more. What you think so far?
I mean, he ain't say nothing like malicious or nothing like that. He was giving his honest assessment, and he can do that because he's experienced both fighters. You know what I mean, been in the ring, giving work to both fighters. So yeah, shit. You saw the video I posted earlier in the chat, in the group chat, and it was a video of Brian Norman on the bag, on the heavy bag.
Yeah.
Now, me, I'm not one of those dudes that like I'm post more news than anything, you know what I mean? A tip that's like that. But when I clicked on that video and heard the sound of those punches hitting the heavy bag, they was just exploding.
He sounded
he was detonating on that shit. He had that heavy bag rocking and shit.
Rocking.
I was like, oh damn.
And what else did you notice in that one?
What the movement? That's why another key thing old boy said. His feet match his hands. You know what I mean? As fast as his hands go, his feet can go the same speed.
That's facts. Hey, Mac of the South, B3, Trey Titan. Shout out to you guys. I don't know if I missed anybody else. Go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, man. So
okay.
I was thoroughly impressed by the audio. It sounded like he had he was drumming that shit.
Here's the thing that a lot of people have just caught. A lot of people are caught because it's at the very end of the video. And I don't know if there's a video that's a little bit longer on the end or if it's just at the end of that video for sure. At the very end, before it cuts off, he switches stances. And I've been trying to tell people that this kid does things that people don't know about. But now that it's out, because other people are talking about it. I just didn't know if you had caught it, but people are talking about it.
I ain't catch that.
And they're saying that, oh, well, he's just learning it. This kid is not just learning this shit, y'all. Brian Norman is a switch hitter. He just does not do it. He doesn't feel the need to do a lot of things, but he does actually encompass those things. Everybody was saying his feet are bad. He don't have bad feet. He has a good jab. He has speed. Like, look, I'm gonna finish. Like I said, letting this kid talk. Shout out to Elijah. The last time I seen Elijah fight, he's only like 8-0, 9-0. Was on Pro Box. He's on a Pro Box card. I will find out which card here shortly. But and he's a good fighter, y'all. He's a good kid. He's also known for having sparred Devin and Ryan Garcia because there was some drama there. But the thing is, and this is why I think he's giving his honest assessment, because the same thing came up then. He sparred with Devin, and I think he might have got the best of Devin, and he got kicked out the camp. And Ryan came behind and paid him handsomely to fight as well. So then he was given, and this is also on Mill City. Shout out to Mill City. This is from last year. He was asked who did he think would win that fight, and he actually gave it a 50-50 still, y'all. So this is why I don't think that he's just saying this because he sparred Devin and now he's sparring B. Norman and he was in his camp. I think he's just giving his honest assessment. But let me let him continue. Just a few more minutes.
People talk about Haney's experience versus Brian Norman's experience. You being able to share the ring with both of them, what would you say?
This isn't just a wallet; it's a rare find. There's something different about owning something almost nobody else has.
Sorry for the commercial.
I mean,
I know that Devin Haney has the under the light experience that we can't take away from him. We can't, right? But then again, what you show in the gym can also transpire in the fight. And it happens a lot. That's why we train so hard, you know what I mean, for that to happen. This doesn't happen by mistake.
Not at all. Don't get me wrong, experience with Haney and the opposition he's been fighting his whole career has been outstanding. It's been definitely beneficial for him. As you can tell, he's 40, 35 champ, 40, 47. You know,
two divisions. Two divisions, former lightweight undisputed.
Yeah,
you know, beating Lomachenko as well, which was a big fight.
Facts. So that's why I'm just like, experience is definitely a key factor. But when you look at B. Norm, he not saying that he probably fought the same opposition, but he as far as being under the lights, he went to Japan. I feel like that's a big deal. Go to Japan and nasty,
and knocking the dude out.
So you see stuff like that, and it's like, experience is a key for sure, but when you perform under the big lights in somebody's other hometown country and knock somebody out like that,
and hit a home run like that,
that just shows like he's on that level as well, despite of fighting those type of caliber dudes, which I feel like Haney fought. I don't take nothing away from his opponents, but I don't think he fought anybody like B. Norm. You know what I'm saying? As far as being athletic, physically strong, quick feet. Like, I don't think Haney fought somebody like that. It was either like one or the other, you know what I'm saying? Crazy skill set, but Haney was just bigger and just a better boxer. But this guy B. Norm, he got a great he just
more
got
arsenal, bigger
more
arsenal,
which I think will give trouble to Haney. But yeah, that's what I say as far as experience wise. Like, it matters, but when he been going out to these, especially that Japan shit and doing that, it's definitely fire.
So now that's just his opinion, right? That's just his opinion about being under the lights. Let me do this real quick. You have something else to say?
He right. He ain't said nothing wrong.
Right.
Under the lights in Japan, in front of probably like 15 to 20,000 people. You know what I mean? In front of Sasaki's hometown. You know what I mean?
Now he got Japanese fans. Yeah.
He did it before that. We need to put respect on what he did to Santillan. He came in there as the B-side.
As the B-side.
They was trying to
They
line.
expected
They was
him.
trying to line the Normans up.
Oh, they definitely was. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he was
Nah,
supposed to lose.
they put a curve on that shit.
He was supposed to lose. Absolutely. And wait, let's not. He was supposed to lose up until up until the Sasaki fight. Because if you recall, Top Rank had a commercial going, and people were saying it's because they were paying for the promotion over there. They're paying for the fight, but it was already naming him the champion, Sasaki. It was already they were already basically calling him the new champion. So the disrespect of that. And again, I still don't trust Bob, and I don't trust Top Rank, but I'm not the fighter. let me let a little bit more of this go. And shout out again to Mill City. I'm gonna do this time.
Who Hook is better in your opinion? Normans or Garcia?
That's tough, gang.
Great question.
That's a great question. It depends.
Been in there with both of them.
You remember I was telling you, like, people got different power, different. You got a heavy hitter. You got like a heavy hand power. Then you got like a crazy whiplash power. Then you got an explosive. It's hard to really put that. As far as like explosive power, like with that hook, I think. I don't know, man. That's hard, bro. That's hard. Because I got caught with both of y'all hooks. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I could take a punch, but it was just that same, just like, you know, just here, boom, Ron Garcia. Like, you feel me? Just I can't give an answer, bro. I'm sorry.
Then so all right, so you saying so they're both unexpected, and they're both as because you just said earlier that Norman is the fastest fighter that you've been in the ring with, and this is something that nobody has said nowhere. Like nobody has talked about speed. If anything, when they're talking about speed, they're actually giving the Devin Haney that I think that he has that covered more than Norman, but more like a lot of people don't understand this too. There's speed and then there's length, right? So like I know that Devin's long. Pause, right? He's a little long, right? Pause, right? But Norman is not too far away from that as well. So
that's cause like I was saying before, he's always being in position, not always be, like as far as like just here, but he could always get there. You know what I mean? Like he could be here, but he's so explosive that he's able to go from here to here in that split second because
he's covering more ground.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
He can hit you from a longer range, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Then versus a Ryan. Ryan's is hitting you right here.
It's right here. He's just timing that hook. But be knowing it's like, all right, he's here. It's like a Roy Jones, you know what I'm saying? He come here, boom, explosive. You're able to get from here to here because you're so athletic. You're so, you know what I'm saying? You just got great feet. And I feel like with boxing, it's all feet. You don't got no feet. You're not being at that top level unless you're a pit bull or something like that who just gives straight pressure and can't get dropped, So.
Well, shout out to Elijah Flores. Hello, y'all. Look, I don't feel no kind of way because I keep telling people different things, and people are gonna believe what they want to. But this is someone who gets in the ring with dudes, a common sparring partner with a lot of fighters. Tank, Devin, Brian, like he's one of them. And he's a great fighter, y'all. He is a good fighter himself. He's a baby. He's 21. Like I say, maybe 9 fights. Kano did that.
Who he promoting with? Who's his promoter?
I don't know, Kano. If you know who his promoter is, you have to let me know because I don't know. He's probably still free right about now. I'm gonna say.
Earlier you said he's a pro. You've been on Pro Box.
I've been. Yeah, he's been on Pro Box, but I don't think he's a Pro Box fighter. Let me pull up his record real quick. And definitely check his fight out because he can fight. for a freaking prospect, the kid fights his ass off. He's a
And
good
he's a
fighter.
147 pounder.
Hold on a second. I think he's. It says middle. It says middle.
He's a middleweight.
It says flippity flappy middle. Uh-oh. How you doing, Marky?
Freaky deaky shawalaya.
How you doing, freaky deaky Marky?
I'm doing good. How you doing, sis?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
I just did a 2-hour live. What y'all cooking on?
Don't do that, Marky. Don't come over here asking what the.
You don't smell. You don't smell what's cooking up in here.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Saul. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now, see, no, because you gonna mess up the whole vibe because we was already in the midst of cooking on Elijah Flores talking about fighting Devin and Brian Norman. So that's what I've been cooking on. This is what I'm cooking on.
Yeah, the streets are saying the old boy snitched.
Yeah, so here's the thing. So his last fight was it was again pro box. It was September, the 5th of September, and he fought Luis Hernandez Ramos, middleweight, and he's 9-0. He is 9-0. Elijah Flores.
The kid a prospect?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's a prospect, but he can fight his ass off.
What's his height and reach?
Hold on, I'm about to show his box trick right now.
He's out of Cali?
He fights out of the Redlands, but he's originally from the Bronx.
Yeah, I see. He's 10-0.
Oh, it ain't listed.
Yeah, he's 10-0. Okay, so he's 10-0. Yeah, but it might be on Tapology or something. We could probably find it. He's tall. He's a tall kid. See, he fought Omar. I think this might be the last fight I actually saw Omar Rosari. Maybe not. I don't know. Just he's on pro box.
He's 10-0. I already like what I'm seeing already with that record.
Well, go watch him fight though. That's when you really gonna be like, damn. But he only got 4 knockouts. I mean, he ain't got 10 fights, but either way, the kid can box his ass off, right? So going forward though, so now that that's all been out there, it's been said, right? Everybody's pissed at Elijah, understandably, because he done gave his pick and his opinion, and we know people's already in their feelings.
Oh, he gave his pick.
He just did. He just said he thinks he has it 60-40 in favor of Norman.
I mean, he giving ratios. There ain't no pick.
He also said some other words in there, I guess. He basically all but gave his pick. But, obviously you have to be fair in all these fights, right? Anybody could win. But as a man who gets in the ring and has fought both, he gave his assessment 60-40 is what he gave in favor of Brian. And he gave the reasons why he thinks or how he thinks Devin could win, right? I think it was pretty clear cut, right? Mark, are you familiar with any of this?
No, I don't know the kid Flores. But that's his opinion. He's entitled to it. You said he fought both of them in the amateurs?
No,
sparred. He sparred both. He sparred a lot. Yeah. But based off of what he experienced, that was his assessment. You have to go back and watch it. Go to Mill City and check it out for yourself because it's worth watching. And he's not the only one. Surprisingly, Montgomery did as well, who's fighting tonight. Malik Montgomery gave his assessment. Maybe I'll pull that one up. It's still the early.
Malik sparred both Norman and Haney.
Yes.
Interesting.
So let me go on to the next one. Here would be the next one. This is one
twin.
Twin.
Shout out 5.
Shout out to 503. This is Troy Isley in Mill City. And again, I don't believe Troy has fought Brian Norman or sparred him, but he has his say, of course, in what he thinks is going to happen here is I'm a let me just get to it. Let me just get to it.
The Titanic.
Commercial.
15-0.
Hold on. Let me get to the timestamp here. Here we go.
So tell me, how's that been? How's that training camp? How long have you been in the training camp per se? Yeah.
I want to say they flew me in like the 4th, so I've been like a week, 2 weeks maybe. But for real, I be hearing them talk highly of me. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So I reached out honestly. You know, I seen them working with Kevin Newman. So I just reached out. You know what I'm saying. I wasn't doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? I needed to, you know what I'm saying, be around some great people. And, you know what I'm saying, I reached out to Dev and, Dev got me out here and, I'm helping him out. He looking terrific, you know what I'm saying? He looking sharp. And, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to definitely have him looking ready. November 22nd, it's going to be a sharp Devin that y'all ain't never seen before.
So obviously, Devin, moved up in the weight division pretty quickly.
Yeah.
How do you, when you've been in the ring with like Terrence, Boots, all these guys that are like officially at 54, you tell me, how does he fill into this welterweight division?
I feel like he feeling good. I feel like he's feeling good as far as his body build. He's physically strong. I mean, he's not the biggest puncher, you know what I'm saying, but he gonna feel into the weight good. You know what I'm saying? Punching ain't everything. So you feel me? It's about skill.
Tell me, what's the you've been in there with everybody. I mean, what does Devin do in the ring that makes him Devin?
I mean, Devin's so like. I mean, with Devin like so smaller. So I'd be like. What he did a couple things that kind of reminded me of Floyd, so to say. I'm not calling him Floyd, but he did a couple things like hitting you after like the reset. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really know how to explain it, but I feel like Devin was a great fighter, and for he got good jab. And he got.
Can you pause it, please?
Hey man, that's done.
How
That shit
you gonna let Twin struggle like that? Pause.
How did it? Twin struggle on his own. Twin struggle on his own, and Twin need to quit being out here talking like this, man. I don't believe him. I do not believe him. Does that sound believable to you? Was you convinced? Compare the two gentlemen. Who's more convincing?
I mean, Elijah. For
Elijah
sure.
sound way more convincing. How you doing, Stephanie? And that blessings to you, Queen.
Like he was pondering hard.
Yes, Kano, they are upset for him for being honest. Yeah.
I mean, he got a great jab. Damn.
Twin was
It took
struggling.
you 3 minutes to think of that.
He got a good jab. He got good defense. On the back half, he came a little bit better, but yeah, Mike. It was like reaching, stretching, not just babbling. Oh man. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We're talking about Elijah, and now we just listened to Troy Isley. Shout out to that king. But I don't believe him. I don't. There's nothing about the way he sounded was convincing. He sounds like you're getting paid. And here's my question to people on the panel in the chat. Is there anything about Troy Isley or Kevin Newman? Shout out to Kevin Newman that is reminiscent to you of B, of Brian Norman Jr. These are bigger men. I don't think they have that same style at all.
No.
But Elijah Flores can fight in different styles. He can mimic the jab. He actually has a very good jab, you guys. Very, very good jab. Please watch him. Please go watch his last fight on Pro Box. It's worth it. If you want to know what this kid is working with, who's out here giving his opinion, man, and then people are upset, go watch him. He can fight. Another thing, I'm gonna go ahead and play Malik. I'm gonna go ahead and play Malik. This is Fight Hype. Shout out to Fight Hype. Because he has something to say about this as well. Gentlemen also fought both. Let me see if I can find. I didn't do a timestamp on this. This is
October 23rd.
This is an afterthought here.
Guys that I've fought up to this point. But no, I think he's a good fighter. I think to your opponent and with that.
Yeah, and just not, against any opponent. The guy looks like he's undefeated, tough guy from, I believe, maybe Puerto Rico. What do you know about your opponent, and how do you feel that he stacks against all
this? This is him talking about tonight. But hold on a second.
I think to date, I think he may be fundamentally the best guy I've fought in. Well, nah, never. But no, I think he's a good fighter. He's a tall, long fighter.
One little blemish with Jeremy Hill. What did you learn from that fight?
Yeah, I did, and I don't think it was more so in how I fought.
Like you get your NABO and go with your.
Got the time to do it because we moved on from it since.
I wanted to know: are you still training with Kenny Porter, or is there?
No, I'm not. I'm back home.
Your dad post
to go through, and it feels good to be back home.
I swear, I feel like I've been at one of your sparring sessions,
and a couple other guys.
How do you think? With Devin potentially fighting, well, not potentially, but he is fighting Norman, that, a lot of people consider it like an extremely dangerous fight. So, with that all being said, is that something that you would probably disagree or agree that it's a 50-50 fight?
I would agree that it's a 50-50 fight, and that's just because as much as they want to discredit, Devin for his fighting style, Devin can fight. But I used to spar early on, early, late amateurs. I just sparred Norman all the time. Coming up through the amateur ranks. When I was coming up with the amateur ranks, me and him used to spar all the time in Atlanta. And the guy can punch and he can fight. He's a lot better fighter than people give him credit for also. But I think ultimately, Norman edges out that competition.
Wow. So I know a lot of people kind of say like Norman's just a power puncher, right? Mm-hmm. And Devin is the technical boxer mover. But do you feel people are dismissing the IQ that Brian Norman has in that sense because they feel like either he gets outboxed if you can't knock Devin out?
I think they do. But you also just got to look at, if we're looking at opposition, the difference in opposition that they've faced up to this point. And I just don't think any fighter has actually forced Brian to actually use his IQ in a sense. He hasn't had, he hasn't have to show you that type of level because he hasn't had anybody to kind of bring him to that level to this point.
That makes sense. And you said you edged Norman just strictly over
there. And I think it's because of the power, because I think he has a great boxing IQ. He's able to cut off the ring when he needs to. And because of that punching power, I don't know. I just give that edge to Norman.
So there you have it, Mr. Malik Montgomery.
Damn.
This is another fighter telling you the dude can cut off a ring, because I just don't know if people be looking at. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think people decide based on being just fans, and instead of really looking at film, saying what this gentleman can't do and what he can do, he can fight, y'all. Like I don't know where this narrative has came from that he can't fight.
I don't know if it's necessarily a narrative shower. I think it's number one the fact that I don't think or at least to my memory, I can't remember Brian Norman fighting a slick mover that moves laterally the whole fight. So I don't know if we've so I'm not saying he doesn't have the ability to cut the ring off and that
Mhm.
he's not and that he doesn't have skilled feet. I'm just saying I haven't seen it yet. And then another reason why I'm picking Devin Haney to win this fight, I watched that Boca Chica fight. He has a problem when it comes to getting out of the way of straight right hands. And
Yeah,
Boca Chica lined him up for that all night. And
Boca
it's not
Chica
just a
does
thing
that.
of he don't move his head. It's not just a thing that Brian Norman don't move his head. He
Mhm.
drops he drops his left hand every time he steps in. Or I should say, in that fight, every time he stepped in, he dropped his left hand and Boca Chica lined him up. Now, it could be he's improved from that.
He has.
For me, I'm gonna need to see it. I
You
got Dev
want to
winning
see
that
it?
fight.
Go watch the Cuevas fight. That right there will tell you how he's improved.
Cuevas,
Cuevas.
the
Cuevas.
dude that was out for 3 years.
Yep. You're saying you want to see where he's corrected, right? I'm not asking you to go check out Cuevas. I'm asking you to look at what you're saying he's done wrong. Now, here's my thing with Brian. And I'm pulling for Brian, but I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm going to tell you what I see that I think is wrong and he needs to fix. And I've done this before. I've done this on Brian before. Not getting his head off the flipping line. Yes, being defensively irresponsible in general. Just because you can take punches does not mean you should just let your face sit there and get punched on. Also, he can smother. He can become smothering. Sometimes in him trying to pin and work, it
Yeah,
just
that's that
becomes
Quentin Randall
ugly.
fight. That was a
But
smother fest.
it was, but there's also things he was doing in the Quentin Randall fight that was pinning, and it was effective, even though it was ugly. He was pinning that man and working the body, and Quentin Randall was looking like this, not working. And I think that's kind of why he ended up winning, but it was not a pretty fight. I absolutely agree with that, no question. So there are things that he does wrong, but there are things that he does right. Now, can you tell me what Devin does wrong? Marquis, freaky deaky Marquis.
Uh-oh.
What? I don't know what happened.
I'm hearing crickets.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I'll tell you what he does wrong,
Okay.
or maybe what
Oh,
he
wait.
lacks, or I haven't seen.
Hold on. He got knocked off. Apparently, he got knocked off. Go ahead, Marky Dan.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
No, I was saying I was talking to somebody. I don't know if you was talking to me.
Yeah, I asked you what does Devin do wrong? Can you tell me that?
I think Dev, there's times when he's not aggressive enough. He doesn't throw 3-punch combinations. He just stays very safe, throwing ones and twos. Sometimes lead him to get into a cycle where he becomes a little bit predictable. And that's what you saw in that Ryan fight. Ryan really set him up because Ryan was on the moving a lot. And then in that 6th round, he stood his ground and Dev wasn't expecting it and he got caught. And I think that could happen. That could happen in this Brian Norman fight, because Norman even though I do think Dev has the slight advantage, if he were to fight this fight on the back foot, and if he was moving laterally, still I can Norman Jr. is a pretty talented counterpuncher, and it's not out the possibility that he could maybe set Dev up for a shot over his jab, or when Dev might step, or if Dev decides to get a little bit aggressive and step forward with a right hand, it's not out the possibility Norman could catch him. But I still got I just see Dev winning this fight, man. Like unless something like that were to happen where he gets set up, um I just don't see Brian Norman winning this fight. I see this being a fight Devin Haney could win off the back foot.
When is tell me please, when has he fought off the back foot?
Devin Haney?
Yep.
His last fight.
That was lateral movement, sir.
That's not the back foot.
That lateral and back foot is something totally different, right?
No,
Ain't
that's
lateral
not.
movement when you're moving around the ring.
Side to side, lateral, back foot would be
Circling. That's not back foot game. No.
back foot game is punching, going back, punching, going back. That's fighting off your back foot. Devin don't do that. I
I
beg
see.
to.
Back turn.
Yeah,
Back.
pivoting out. Um, Devin don't do that. Devin still dropping that right hand. Still got the bow and arrow joint going on as of Ramirez fight.
Let me ask you this, Marky
Yeah.
D. Does Devin utilize the clinch?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Not but my only problem is he don't utilize it offensively. He don't try to get no shots off in the clinch or nothing like that. He just
Right.
uses it to smother and then get away
And
and
so
circle out.
my next question to you: does Devin have a good inside game?
I don't think so. No. And I don't think that's why I said he has to move he has to fight this fight from long range. If Brian Norman is able to make this a messy fight, or if he's able to get Dev close in that clinch and start getting shots off to the body, that could start to affect Dev later in the fight. Or he could potentially sleep him with one shot. So I do think Dev has to fight a disciplined game plan. Absolutely. I'm not saying that this is I'm not saying this is like a 80-20 fight for Devin Haney because I favor him. I see this more like 60-40 for him or 55-45. Just because I think that once again, if he were to fight from long range and if he my bad, I'm walking. Goddamn, there's some weird
yeah.
characters out here.
You can't hear. It's okay.
Hold on. Okay, sorry, I'm back. No, if he were to keep that fight at long range and fight a disciplined game plan, I think he could win. But again, he has to fight very disciplined.
So you're expecting a unanimous decision?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying because there's people out here saying Devin's knocking him out, and I'm just checking.
I don't see that.
So here's my thing.
Unless it's something where maybe he like close his eye with the jab or something like that. I don't see him getting a knockout or a stoppage in this fight.
No, I don't think so. I mean, hey, crazy things have happened. I will say that. Definitely not what anybody would be expecting, except the few people I've seen saying that. One thing that did concern me.
They just had a big federal probe come out against Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups for
I know.
illegal gambling. If Brian Norman gets knocked out by Devin Haney, they need to be investigated by the FBI for fixing fights. But that man took a dive. I will never believe that. And I'm a Devin Haney fan. I say that respectfully.
Okay. B ain't about to take no dive. So my thing that I'm a little concerned about too is the clinching, right? When Devin clinches, it's not just your regular bear hold because Brian knows how to break them. He actually gets up under you and holds on. You know what I mean? He has a method to his clinch. He kind of ducks and comes under and he'll grab you to where you ain't just, even though we know maybe Brian may be stronger in his base. But I also can see Brian can punch his way out of that thing as well as just refuse it altogether. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Go ahead, outfielder. I'll close my door.
No, I mean that's where I see Brian Norman flourishing. It's definitely on the inside. We heard it from Elijah Flores himself that Brian Norman has the ability to be right here and then go to the next spot in an instance and then be able to land the hook. Once again, his hands match his feet. He's able to cover ground quickly with
Right.
so in that aspect, yeah, we got to put some respect on the ability of Norman in this fight because we just talking about um just acting like yes, Devin Haney has great boxing ability, but where's the respect for Norman's boxing ability at the same time? Like the other fighter said as well. Um
Malik Montgomery, or Troy. Yeah.
no, not Troy. Yeah,
Malik.
Malik Montgomery. Um hold up, yeah.
Y'all both.
Take over for a
I'm
second.
sorry. I'm
Okay.
walking. I'm walking, so that's why I'm distracted. I don't
Okay.
know what's going on with the brother.
No, it's fine. So, I can't go with where he was going with it, but see, I'm excited to see how Norman is able to track and locate Haney. Though I'm leaning towards Norman. Though this is a great fight on paper. It's gonna be a great fight on paper. It's gonna be a great fight in real time. Okay. I don't know. Look, they're both of them. Obviously, all fighters are fallible. Both can make mistakes. Devin, again, yeah. As of the last, here's my thing. As of the last fight, that was a whole new Devin.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
That's a Devin that none of us have seen before. It to a degree, y'all. To a degree, he's still throwing the jab when he threw it the same. Still outstretched, and dropping the right hand low. Um, Again, but with lateral movement, which we're not used to seeing. People was calling Devin a runner. Devin does not run. Devin is more in and out, or you could even say he'll stand there sometimes, and depending on who it is, he'll try to trade. Right? He tried to trade with Loma. He's traded with Cambosis. Like he's not a runner. He's not a runner. Maybe the last fight people was calling a runner. I called it lateral movement. I actually like that from him. I would just like to see him refine it. He really didn't start throwing his hands though until the end of the fight. Same with Ramirez. And to be honest, I don't put all the onus on Devin for that fight. But it was a different Devin. And to be honest, I really do now feel like it came down to some type of apprehension. It could be from the Ryan fight. I don't know where else it would come from. I really don't. So I'm gonna say that's where I think it came from. Hey KG, how you doing, family? Welcome in. Smaller fighters. But here's the thing, KG. He called Brian a smaller fighter. He called Brian, you're small. He did the same thing to Brian. So does he feel that way really? We know Brian has an inch or two longer reach.
Yeah,
he's just like a foot shorter, a foot and a half or something shorter. Are you still indisposed?
My bad. Yeah, I was distracted for a second. I couldn't even. I was looking elsewhere and trying to talk my talk. But Norman has the ability. He has the ability to cover distance quick. So I think that's definitely going to nullify the so-called back foot game that everybody's speaking of, and what we've seen about the lateral game we saw in the last fight against Ramirez. Devin Haney needs to show that he can work on the inside, work in the mid range, and still be defensively responsible. Does he have the strength coming up in weight at 147 against who is deemed the strongest guy in the weight class. Will he be able to effectively clinch a guy like Brian Norman Jr.? Or like you said, Shawa, will Norman be able to break out of that? Because one thing that Devin Haney does when he feels that he's in some type of duress or some type of trouble, he goes for the clinch. And that may work on weaker, smaller guys, but will it have the same impact against a Brian Norman Jr. that can work on the inside, that can dirty box,
That knows how to
that can
refuse the
smother?
clinch.
Yeah.
But see, there's a fine line too. We're talking about him smothering, but sometimes he's killing his own work. But I mean, he hasn't as of late, right? As of the last 3 fights, he hasn't. But he's definitely, and you know what? I'll even say this. Before Quentin Randall, if you go watch some of his fights, he wasn't smothering his work then either. So it could be a thing of him just like Devin, refining. I think fight to fight, all these fighters are finding themselves. Now, I think also at the base, there's a base level of each fighter. They all have this same thing that they're always going to do, especially when they get in duress. They're under some type of pressure. They're going to resort to being that base level fighter. And then you'll see things that we know them to do. We know that they always do this or that, right? So, but overall, so there's still a learning curve that should be continuous. So I think we're seeing with Brian a great amount of refinement, and I think we're seeing the beginnings of some refinement with Devin as of that last fight, because it's not nothing we really have seen from Devin before. So sometimes I kind of wonder if those mistakes that were made until that fight gets into the heat, until the fight breaks out in the fight, are we going to see like new aspects to each guy? I'm really curious and super excited to see if that's going to be the case. And yes, I just want the truth. He's going to pay for the lunging, but he may have worked on that a little bit. He may have worked on that a little bit. Okay. Let me see. He smothers, but he's still strong on the inside.
But do you think Brian Norman's
Hold on, Marky,
people?
I was reading. Dang it. Hold on one second.
My bad. Diki Shawalaya, my bad.
All right, freaky deaky Marky, come on. He smothers, but he's still strong on the inside. One free hand still gives their problems trying to clinch. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Go ahead, freaky deaky Marky.
Matter of fact, I'm walking towards a dead zone as I speak. No, I was just gonna say, do you think Brian Norman's people are necessarily even winning, or are necessarily even focused on winning a points decision, or are they more so coming with a game plan to slowly break Devin Haney down, using pressure, or when they do get to that clinch, focus on the body. Focus on the body. But that would be my mantra because I think that's the mantra when you fighting a mover like a Devin Haney.
I think they're working to be well-rounded, to be able to win either way. I think there's an intention, which would be to get him up out of there, but that's based on something totally different. But I think they're working on being well-rounded and trying to cover all bases, like I'm hoping and assuming Devin and his father are, right? Because the reality is, Devin, if Devin was to win, it would be by UD. So I'm sure that they're working on the fight going the distance. I would absolutely would think that's the case. Let me read what the truth says. He says Randall was the only skilled fighter he fought at the time. That's why he struggled. Maybe, but I just want the truth. Randall is kind of a tough fight for anybody. And I ain't gonna say anybody, but someone the shorter guys like Brian, like Rohan Polanco. He has some issues with him. Like, and I don't know that necessarily that I feel like Brian is a swarmer, and I definitely don't feel like Rohan Polanco is. But they both, you know, you can it's yeah, it ain't no argument. B looked like he struggled more for sure, no question. But Quentin Randall is a skilled fighter anyway, in my personal opinion. Kind of like a throwback fighter. I like Quentin Randall, and I just think he's a tough fight for smaller guys anyway. But the truth is, and Elijah Flores said that Brian Devin ain't fought nobody like Brian, not like him, no. So it's a two-way street here. Dr. Boxer, I heard another card, Nigeria coming up. It is Amir Khan has another card coming up. Yep, headed by Okoli. Govern yourself accordingly and go up there. Okay. Peace out, T. Oh, he's trying to put the link in chat. Okay. Can't wait. So Brian Norman Jr. is gonna work up and down the ladder until it slows and folds. I don't know. I don't know what the game plan is, and that's real talk. I don't. I do know they're working on being well-rounded, though. I can't wait. Keep watching that prospect y'all got. Oh, you are talking to Dr. Boxing Talk clearly. Norman needed a Karen fight. Karen, I like Karen.
Nobody needs a Karen fight.
Why not? Karen Chukadashian is a good fighter, and it probably is somebody good matchmaker wise to have in your repertoire because he's versatile. He's a smart fighter.
I ain't saying like I ain't arguing that, but that's what I'm like. Nobody needs that Karen fight. Karen don't do do nothing for your career, for real, for real.
No, he don't.
Like okay, he gives you that experience of a fighting a good boxer. That's all that's all he brings to the table.
You don't think that's worthy of him being getting in there with anybody?
You can do that with Devin Haney.
Mm.
This is the best experience right here.
Devin Haney and Karen.
Nah, I'm saying Devin Haney
I'm
and Norman.
I'm asking you. Devin Haney and Karen Chukadashian.
Damn.
That fight. What you think about that fight?
That fight ain't happening.
I'm not asking you if it's happening.
I got it by Haney by split decision.
Wait, let me read this real quick before I say. Randall was undefeated at the time. Plus, if not for Xander, Norman would be the youngest champ on the male side. I mentioned that to say Norman is improving with every fight as he should, and that's correct. All fighters should, but that's correct. Salute to you, Freaky Diggy, Marky Dan. Thanks for coming up. Who you got, Finn or I haven't gotten a chance to watch Mateo yet. I mean, not Mateo, Finn yet. I just want the truth. I'm working on it. I am working on it.
But ain't no Mateo.
But I heard he was actually pretty dang good. And wasn't it you that said that? No?
It was Shaquille Finn.
Actually, you know what? It might have been Ryan from up north. Yeah. Finn is
probably Ryan. Nah, you're a good fighter, but Wilkins Mateo's dynamic. I mean,
he's different, man.
Shaquille Finn, in my opinion, respectfully, is fringe world class. Wilkins is building his name up and building up his resume and Finn will be a nice name on his resume after he
Ooh.
KOs him.
He's getting. You think so? You think it's
Yeah.
going to KO? Damn, I thought Finn was better than that. But
He good.
Mateo,
He rugged. He's skilled.
mm,
He been around the block. I mean,
he's definitely skilled. I don't know about rugged,
but is he
but damn, he's
rated in all 4 sanctional bodies like that? Nah.
skilled.
You a solid Friends World level guy.
Oh wow. Okay. Mateo's on his way up. I can say that. That dude's nice. Devin is his Karen fight. Damn, you think so, KG? You think Devin is Brian's Karen fight?
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
trying to show you, Shava. That's what I'm saying. Yo, that's what I'm saying.
I think Karen is. Never
Why
mind.
Norman
Maybe
need
I'm.
to fight
Maybe
Karen?
I'm.
Why Norman need to fight Karen when he can fight Dev? That's the
That's
best
why I asked
boxing
you.
experience right there.
That is why I asked you who do you got if Karen and Devin were to fight. But you answered and you said split decision. Right? That's what you said. I actually give that fight a fucking 50-50. I don't know who I don't know that I say that Devin can beat Karen Chikadeja. That's just my personal opinion. I think Karen is skilled, and I think he's way more skilled than people give him credit for. He's a damn good fighter, and he's versatile. He's versatile. He's not just one way fighter that only has one style. Dude can fight, but
He can fight.
maybe
What he
I'm
doing with
being
it? What he
biased
doing
against
with it? Where
Devin.
he at? Back in obscurity.
Well, because he's also European level. Like ain't nobody checking for them, and you know that. Look at Sandor Martin, who's a great fighter, but ain't no he'll get tossed over every single time. He'll get passed up. Doodle went he has one fights, and they was like, nah, homie, we about to give it to Tio. Nah, homie, we about to give this to Puyo. It just let me see. Queen's cooking. She says, I think some of y'all are just repeating what some of these other channels are saying instead of actually doing the film study themselves, or they just don't know what they're looking at. Shout out to Queen 71. And yes, she is a film study mama. Okay. She talking her shit and she backing it up. He struggled against Randall, but he still won by unanimous decision. I don't have an issue with that. Similarly to Boots struggling with Karen, but he won both by UD. Javante struggled with Pitbull, won by UD. There you go, Doc. Doc kicking up some dust in the chat. Bud struggled with Majima. Hey, also won by UD. I think we exaggerate the struggle, especially when it comes by UD.
Facts. Whole facts.
Mateo ain't never saw that pressure before though. Look, y'all gonna have me go watch this gentleman Finn tonight. You pushing me. You're pushing me. I just want the truth.
Yeah, it's a test. It's definitely a test, but you're gonna pass it with flying colors.
I think some are good points, but some are also just sound good. That's why we watch the fight. I think it's a good scrap between Norman. It is, and like I said, maybe I sound like I am being biased against Devin by what I said about the Karen. But to be honest, no, I don't think this is no cakewalk for Brian Norman Jr. Please don't misunderstand me. And I'm absolutely praying that, that Devin comes in there and that he's a dog on that night, yo. That he's a damn dog. Whether he's showing something new or refining the old, whatever it is that he cleans up his, just like I hope Brian's cleaning up his. I just want to see a damn good fight. We working, just do. We working. I'm about through though, because I know we boiling down to Pagan and Montgomery. With the size of Finn's forehead, he ain't getting knocked out. Don't do that.
You're gonna get the widow's peak shot.
You're gonna get that right there. Shout out to Angie, baby. She's still in here. Shout out to you, Queen. Karen versus Dev is 50-50. Thank you, KG. Thank you.
Yeah, I had a split decision.
That ain't 50-50.
Man,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I'm just it is. But
judges get. Nah, I'm
you're
moving
right, you're
on.
right, you're right. One tie, yeah. No, it's 50-50. It's a split decision. Karen winning that, y'all. Oh, Karen is good. He would be pretty much undefeated if it wasn't for Boots.
Yeah, undefeated in Europe,
Who has Karen up? Who
in
has Karen
Germany,
back?
and who gives a fuck's a stand? You know what I mean? Out there.
Come on, Macadus Mac. Every boxer won't have a perfect fight. Some will be battle tested. Absolutely. Speaking of that, y'all, the Boots. Don't yeah, you were still coming home from work, I think, when I was talking about this. So Boots earlier, and I was talking about who I wanted to see Boots fight and possibly even what's coming up next for Boots. What do you think about so yeah, actually, this ain't really about Boots. Jamel Charlo's coming the beginning of next year. What do you think about who he could fight
Who
coming back
told
for
you
a
that?
tune-up?
Yeah, that's what Mel said.
That's what is just floating around. That's what I read in an article earlier. We don't know that.
Who's your sources?
Hold on.
Because Mel be always be speculation of Mel
Yeah,
coming
well,
back.
that's why I said it. I didn't say it's concrete. I said that's what
Mel
they're
popping up
saying. This
on.
was the premier boxing vault. But again, if he comes back next year, because I think he would need a tune-up before he just jumps in and tries to fight Boots or anybody really. I would like to see him get a tune-up. He ain't on the arrow stuff that I know. Well, he claims he's ready to just get in there
His
and
tune-up
fight
should be a
Boots.
Bass Peru.
You know who I think it should be?
Who?
Charles Conwell.
I don't
Or
mind.
Arrow.
Yeah, I don't mind that fight.
Or Arrow, because they both
Been out.
everybody been out. Everybody been out. I know Arrow, as of the last we knew, he don't do tune-ups. And I did read that Jamel is not looking for no tune-up. I guess he's looking to jump right back in. I don't think it's wise. But Conwell, I would like to see him come back. I would just like I would like to see the other two gentlemen come back, right? Don't be hiding in them bushes, Angie, baby. You and Queen in the bushes. Y'all have a great evening at work. Boots should be fighting for a title, and he will be. Apparently, Macadus is so long as Eddie can swing. I guess the Bakram fight, because Baki. I read that article. Baki definitely talking shit. He said if you wanted a shot at the title, why didn't you just bring your ass up from 47 and fight me? You bad. Basically, that was the summary of what he said. You supposed to be the dude. He's waiting around for. He's frustrated. That's clear. Bakram is ready to fight again. It's
Yo,
almost been a
Baki
year.
needs to chill.
But does he?
But what has Baki done other than wax out Tim Zoo? That's it. That's all he's done. You know what I mean? He struggled against motherfucking Jack Cole K.
Well, look, yeah, okay. And this is why I say there's certain styles that
Respectfully,
beat that
okay, it
dude.
was Ramadan and he was. I
He
mean,
ain't. No, they ain't got nothing to do with
yo,
it.
it was Jack Cole K.
They ain't got nothing to do with Ramadan. I promise you that. Styles. It's the style. It's a certain style that's gonna beat Baki. That's why I don't call him the boogeyman. I don't.
Like I like Baki.
I like him,
I
but
like Baki, but yo, Baki need to chill because last time I checked, he's in the purse bid or in negotiations with pretty boy Josh Kelly. I mean, now
yeah,
if
they are.
anybody else, if any other champions were negotiating with Josh Kelly, niggas be saying, "Oh, yo, look, this nigga out here ducking."
We were saying that about Boots, and Boots had just get to the damn division. Ain't no fight yet at 54, and people were saying that about him fighting Josh Kelly. So, and again, I didn't have no problem with him fighting Josh or Lima. For the record, I'm not okay. I'm not upset with guys coming to a new division getting tune-ups. getting acclamation fights or what have you. So right, so
Right.
um,
Dev did it.
Virgil Ortiz did it twice.
Yep.
I'm just saying, yeah, I don't have no problem with it, but I don't have no problem with Baki fighting Josh Kelly to stay busy. Again, it's been almost a year, and I'm not mad at him for wanting some smoke right now. He wanted a title shot, and clearly he's not getting that. Probably thanks to his management, and for whatever reason, Erickson Lubin wanted more money, so here he is left out again. Yeah, he want to fight. I'm not mad at him. But we gotta ask questions like, why ain't freaking Sebastian trying to fight him? Why ain't they trying to unify? Why ain't Xander calling out Baki? And why does Xander feel like he gotta wait for 2 fights for Boots to get into the division? Boots didn't ask you for that shit. Call that call that man out. Like, I don't know about Xander. Now that we done seen Boots knock Lima out in 1 round, is
Who the
Xander
youngest
gonna be ready?
champion in the sport right now?
Shit. And you still gotta fight, right?
Yeah, this time.
I'm just saying.
Y'all gotta chill
He's
on
not the
Xander. Y'all
youngest.
gotta chill on Xander.
He's
Come
not
on.
the youngest.
Let the
not.
let the man grow into that belt.
Why
Man
do you
just
get
touched
to
the belt
grow
and
into
all
the?
of a sudden you
No,
gotta
man.
unify at
You were
what?
supposed to be growing before you got that belt. Now you got the hardware. Your ass got to fight. Homie.
Let this man get a nice little voluntary defense in Puerto Rico, you know what I mean? To build up the nice little spectacular knockout. You know what I mean?
You sure making it cushy for these. No, man.
We force feeding these youngins. Like, let these motherfuckers grow and percolate with their belt a little
He can
bit.
bounce back. Now
You know what I
he
mean?
can bounce back.
But the other 2 motherfuckers,
He
you know
can
what I
bounce
mean?
back. But now if Boots
Fundura
loses,
got no
is he
got no
bouncing back?
excuse.
If Xander loses, Xander can bounce back. Is Boots gonna bounce back if he take a loss? The streets will be on his head. The freaking media will be on his head. Xander can bounce back with the belt and all. Boots ain't got but an interim, and if he lose his next fight,
What you mean? Xander can't bounce back. Xander just signed with Bad Bunny. What you think Bad Bunny gonna do to him?
He can bounce back. Trust me.
What you think Bad Bunny
He
gonna
got
do
the
to him?
complexion for the protection, for the correction, connection. He can bounce back. But I believe all fighters should be able to bounce back with a loss. Is the point I'm making? They should all be able to. But Xander absolutely does have to fight. Like, you can't be doing Virgil out here. You got the belt. You got the hardware. Fundora already did some funny style stuff to me, dropping the belt for Xander to pick up so you could go rematch Tim Tszyu, who you beat. That shit was funny style to me. He's another one. He ain't getting no passes. What the hell are we doing? He could be fighting Bakra. He's fighting fucking Keith Thurman.
Whoa.
How many fucking money fights do we know? It comes to the point y'all got to show something, man. They got to show something.
I didn't like your tone with Keith Thurman. You're crossing the line, Shaw. There's one thing with Fundora, but Keith, Keith's out there. He's out there for the smoke. You know what I mean?
Come on, Irony. Quiet as a goddamn mouse. And he missed weight with Lawson. Don't get me started about Frederick Lawson and the condition that man was in. Like, Virgil, oof. I'm sorry, sir. About Queefy. About Queefy. That was a BS. Tune up for Boots. Like Allen Iverson practice. That was practice. But you know what, Mac? Okay, I said that before the fight. The man is number 10. He's number 10. And he got, I know y'all don't recognize IBO, but he was a champion. Or he still is. Boots didn't even want the fucking IBO belt, Joe. He was like, you keep that shit. Give me the interim. I would have took the IBO.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? And for the oh man, the cheesesteaks, I love that. I love that. Clearly he did too. He's like fucking better. Yeah, it is better. Xander ain't ready. He know he ain't ready for boots now. He being smart. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie.
Okay, I ain't like that though. I mean, you got to eat the cheesesteak with the brother. I mean,
No. No, he don't.
that's what you got to do.
He broke bread getting
You
that
got to break
food
bread.
money. He gave that food money. That's breaking all the
I
bread.
mean,
Boots is like, there go your money. There go your sandwiches. Hit the bricks.
that's some whole ass shit.
Xander won't answer the phone when
You didn't knock me out in the first round, and then now you just gonna feed me send me off with a cheesesteak.
he's the one who said fucking better. So he felt like the cheesesteaks was good enough. What do you mean?
But yeah, that's some shit right there. Xander won't answer the phone.
So what do you think about Xander in the whole Ortiz thing where Xander wants to fight in Puerto Rico and Ortiz is like, no, Texas or Cali, Vegas, anywhere apparently but Puerto Rico. And then Xander coming out saying that wasn't really an offer. That was it was just some internet shit, I guess.
Nah, Xander don't got that clout yet. I mean, he need to chill on that. He ain't no shot caller like that. Little nigga,
He
you
got
come to
he got
Puerto
the belt.
Rico, like,
He got the belt.
yeah, but
What the hell
he
is
got the
Ortiz got?
belt. But like I said, he still needs to percolate with the belt. You know what I mean? You need to put some notches on that belt before you start shot calling and shit.
So basically he's about to be moved in a certain.
Like who stole Lubin? We back.
I guess I got booted. Yeah, I did. Put and grandbaby going nuts. So every time this happened, I always got to figure out a fucking way to get back. I don't know what that is all about, to be honest with you. Let me stop sharing. Jeez Louise. Interesting stuff going on here. I have no idea what happens with that. Fuck it.
When did it cut off?
Just right there in the midst of me talking. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's Restream.
Maybe
It could be my
Restream has a
internet.
limit.
No, I've been on this bitch like 7 hours.
True.
I don't know what the hell. Yeah. Anyway, I totally lost my track of thought. That should be fucking me up. And look it. How you doing, Irony?
How you doing, Shower? God bless. Can you hear me?
Of course I can. How are you?
Awesome. I'm good. I hope you're doing the same. I'm
Yeah,
watching
you're-
the card on the zone.
Yeah, I was getting ready to try to get off to try to watch, especially since they gave me the business. The business. They gave me the business.
I was gonna call it live, but nah, I don't think I will now.
You're gonna do what now?
I
Oh,
thought I was
call
gonna
it.
call it live, but I don't know if I will. The main event. We'll see.
Put your link in the chat too, Irony. I spoke of you my last live and said people should go check you out because you called. What's the last fight you called?
Garcia versus the two Garcias.
Yes, Garcia and Gonzalez.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the two Dannys, rather. I should
You
say.
did a good job.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So definitely put your link in the chat.
I started with the UFC with the main event and stuff, and then I worked my way through the boxing. Thankfully, they didn't, how do you say? They didn't, overlap.
Overlap. No. Oh yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta cut somebody off though and keep it pushing with the next, because
Yeah. I mean, I caught it. I caught like a couple of rounds of the Chris Colbert fight, and then what was the other? Gabe Rosado. and I was impressed with the Crowder kid. I was really impressed with
I
the
know. You know what? This gentleman right here is, I think, cool with Crowder, and he was sharing some information with me about him. So, because I was telling him about you calling a fight. So there you go. um, Lima would definitely cook Keith. Oh, I just want the truth.
Keith Thurman. Nah, no way.
You starting some shit up in here,
Nah, no way.
here. Start
Wow,
some.
whoa, hold up. You still alive?
Yeah,
What's
we
going
still
on?
alive. You didn't know we
Lima
was still
would,
alive?
Lima would cook Keith. You crazy? Are you crazy?
Oh,
Nah,
you about to
that's
get on your
trolling. That's
red?
gotta be a troll. Nah,
You
that's
about
gotta be a troll.
no? I just want you to ain't no troll. No, absolutely not. He's not.
I
But
gotta ask
look,
the
Yeah,
guy something though.
absolutely disrespectful. You know what I mean?
I
You gotta put some respect on Keith's boxing ability and Keith's flute playing. You know what I mean? Because when he plays that flute, man, just something touches my soul.
please stop playing. Keith is
I
about to
swear,
get
no,
murked.
I swear to God, you pound for pound best flute player
Flute
ever.
player. Yeah, he about to. The flute playing Keith is about to get murked. I do believe Boss is there. I'm
Excuse me.
sorry. You got to climb up on the chair to look at man. You about to get murked, dude.
What you mean?
Keith
Where
Thurman.
Fundora at? I still need to see the receipts. You know what I
I
mean?
do too.
I need to see the doctor's note because I don't believe you. I don't believe you. All of a sudden you got a boo boo on your hand and shit. Stop it.
AG said it's not a boo boo. He said it is likely a valid injury, and the amount of time that it takes is a legit thing. So,
The hand injury.
yeah,
Keith, I love Keith Thurman, bro. The Porter fight, the Garcia fight. You know, Keith
Mhm.
gotta stop falling off the stage, though. I don't like that. I don't like that.
he fell off the chair too. Nobody
He fell
talked
off the
about him
chair
falling off the
too.
fucking
Oh, they
chair.
giving them crooked chairs out here.
No,
You know
Keith,
what I mean?
Keith just don't have no goddamn business there, man. No,
I got a
no.
question for you. I don't know if you both, but at least for Shawa, what's the deal with Xander Sayas? What's the deal?
I know you ain't asking me. I'm not a fan. I mean, I'm not against Xander. I just don't think. I think he is young. I don't think he needed that belt right now, because you don't need to sit on the belt and look. I ain't trying to hear what Odd's talking about. He gonna have to grow with the belt. No, you better fight.
Yeah, he gonna fight. You know what I mean?
Who he gonna fight?
We need
Well,
a
he's
belt
gonna fight.
acclamation fight. That's what I'm saying. A little
He's
voluntary.
in the division. What do you
Well,
mean
yeah, but he
acclamation?
probably gonna unify though. Abbas is in the mix. Abbas is in the short list,
Exactly. Abbas and well, see, people are
And he's
thinking
just as inexperienced.
who Abbas?
Hmm.
which makes sense. They're both at the same, you know.
No, y'all, please stop. Stop
Why?
it.
But listen, I gotta see Virgil and Fundora at least with boots before I even think of a Sander to put in with boots.
Abbas is a little has a little bit of he got a little bit more
Hey, he's
on
still establishing. You know what I mean? He's still trying to drop his
Right.
nuts on the division, man.
I think he got a little bit more polish
Yeah,
to him for sure. Like
polish. Maybe
yeah, man.
age. Age, yeah, he got more, but
Even in his
polish.
style, for me personally, even in his style, I think he's got a little bit more polish to him than I think Xander. Xander got 22 fights. The boss got 17 and one loss, right? But
Abbas ain't getting no better. He's plateaued.
you think so?
I
I
know
don't know.
so.
I don't
I
think
know
so.
so. You know what I mean? And
What fight?
Xander is going up exponentially.
Yes, he is.
I don't agree with y'all. I mean, no, put it like this. Okay,
Youngest
Xander is
champion in the
growing.
sport.
Xander is growing. Xander is going up in the sport. I absolutely do not think Abbas is plateauing. I think Abbas has not had the opportunity that
Yeah.
he's just getting over here, y'all. And consider that this man coming from freaking Germany. Usually we see these fighters come from other countries, and you're like, bleh, yeah, get
Yeah.
on out of here. This dude shows something, and if you go look at his old fights, he got something. He got something to say at 54. I don't think nobody's just gonna run over him like that.
Well, let me ask you
Trust me.
this: Does he beat Does he beat Karen if Karen comes up to 154?
Yep,
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
The boxing Karen, you crazy.
Yes, I think so.
Well, to be fair, I don't think Karen. I don't know if Karen is gonna move up. Moving up is such a good idea. I don't know about that because Karen ain't the biggest dude either. So I don't know if moving up is. I think it's a dark horse for 47, but at 54 might be a different story. I'll
No,
just
I
say
agree. I agree with you. I'm just bullshitting with Shaw. Inside.
So you think your boss can beat Karen? Yes or no? You was playing with
Yeah,
me.
it's
I'm
a
playing right
50-50
back.
fight. A
I'm playing
50-50
right back.
fight
Nah,
if he playing
him
it
and
like
Devin's
that.
a 50. The boss is whooping
The
that
boss
ass.
need to show me more.
Well,
I
and
see
I
what Devin
know.
can do
I
against
think
top level competition.
okay. I
I
think
mean,
we're gonna see that because I think, unlike some of these other guys, I think he's gonna show us that he's actually willing to make and get in these fights. Because he's somewhere again, or he probably didn't think he'd ever be. See, the thing to me with some of these guys over here in the Americas, I'm not just gonna say America, the Americas. I think that sometimes they get a little jaded. They get a little, but we here, we been. This is a foreigner who's like, it took me a minute, and he's older. He know he got to show and prove. I think Abbas is about to show us something, and I think
took you a minute to
Mertalia
get
wants
that
this.
email.
come on, he beat Joanny Stallions, bro. That's a little. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a little.
no, let's be real. Your
Come on,
email champion, he got
it's getting a little
elevated. You
carried
know what I
away.
mean?
No, no, they
Bless
But hang
didn't.
on a second.
Budget Crawford.
Let's say
They
that's
didn't
Bless
get elevated.
Budget
let's say that's
Crawford's
true.
heart for going up to
They didn't
super
get
middleweight
elevated.
and
They fought
snatching
for
up
that.
all those belts. You know what I
They
mean?
fought
And
for the
giving
belt.
Abbas the opportunity. You
You
know what
know
I
what?
mean?
You will
Against
not
who?
say
A
Bud's
guy that
name
was
on
8-0.
this.
A guy.
No, you your ass, and you know. Look, they fought for that belt. He fought fair and square. He fought Tejas for the belt. Don't
Yeah,
do
he
that.
fought for the Reggie, the regular.
And that's all there is now.
I think
Thank
it was
God.
interim, but nevertheless.
No,
That's
no.
below the Reggie.
Tejas was the interim, but when they fought, Bud had fought the
Right,
belt.
right.
They fought for the title. So he's not no damn email champ. He fought for the
Whoever
belt.
won that fight was gonna be the champion, so it might as well be. Yeah, I'm with you, Chavo. Yeah, yeah.
He's the
Like it's not the
champion.
same. It's not like Raymond Muratala or it's not like And listen, when there's a vacant, bro, somebody gotta fill that vacant. I mean, we're putting this thing on the fighter as if it was their whole idea. I mean, Loma retired. What are you gonna do? And I'm no Raymond Murataya fan whatsoever. Trust me. But I mean, we just gotta be a little fair because it's like, nah, bro, I don't rock with that. Not at all, bro. Like shit happens, bro. You're a champion.
Look, we missing some good. They talking some good shit. Okay, wait a minute now. Wait. Because KG said something way back. Anyway, okay, this is I think what was cooking on before the live got cut real quick. Jalil. Xander not answered to Jalil. Now both of y'all up here capping for fucking Xander. Hello, Jalil's knocking and ain't nobody answering. Ain't nobody answering. Tell me.
Jalil just got here, fellas. He beat Elijah
Xander
Vine.
just got here and he just got lucky enough to get a belt. And tell me he did not look crazy fighting Jorge.
Absolutely. I love Jalil Hackett. I thought he got robbed in Puerto Rico. I covered that fight. He won 7-3. He got robbed.
I
against
thought he
Roman.
did initially until I went back and watched it. He didn't get robbed.
You think so? Okay. Okay. I'll watch it again. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Ramon is good.
Roman is pretty good. He is pretty good. But I mean, I thought Jalil won, but I've only seen it once. I'm not gonna lie. So I probably need to watch it again. But
I
nevertheless,
feel like he smothered. He kind of jacked up his own work in that fight. And I like Jalil. But when I went back, I do feel like he, in his zeal, he was doing too much, like Brian was doing against Quentin Randall. So
I mean, but Jalil, to be honest with you, you're third, bro. You're third. It's either Abbas or Santillan, bro. It's always been. Actually, it wasn't supposed to be Abbas anyway. It was supposed to be Ioannis Telles. Abbas spoiled that party. And remember, Xander was supposed to fight Charles Conwell, and then Chino Garcia spoiled that party too. So you know,
Xander was supposed to fight Charles Conwell.
yeah, that was the original plan when Conwell was fighting Jorge
Whole
Garcia
Oh
facts.
Perez.
yeah.
All facts.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but
yeah,
but
yeah.
And bad news dropped the ball.
right. So
And the bag.
if anyone's gotten the short end of the
He had
stick,
a
there's
bad
Xander.
night. He had a bad night. We go.
So
No,
yeah.
I don't mind
So
Charles
is
Conwell.
Xander
still.
email champion? No, he isn't.
I
No,
didn't.
he's
Now,
not,
see,
bro.
I
I
didn't
don't
even
know
say
what you
that though.
mean.
But you were trying to call somebody email check. I didn't say that. I just said he had a
No,
rule.
those are the facts.
He had a type of fight with Jorge, is what I said, and it wasn't a smooth. He didn't make it look like. And but you know what? To his credit, and to every fighter's credit, he did. He stepped up and he did beat him, but it was a little clinchy now, wasn't it? How come they didn't pull out that clinch counter like they did on Devin?
He
I'm
did
just
what he had to
saying.
do to get the
I
dub.
agree. I agree. I'm just
But
not a big
I
fan
agree
of
with
Xander
you
like
too.
that.
Like he got a little
Xander still has to show me some shit for real, and that's why I say now he has the belt. You don't get to just sit around on your laurels and fight comfy little fights to here's Xander, here's your bottle. No, this dude got to fucking fight. You got a
but
belt. People
Shawa,
coming
why,
for your neck. Period.
but Shawa, why does Fundora get to do this and Sander doesn't?
He don't either. That's the
Or
I
Del Booker?
absolutely have a problem with fucking Fedora. I just said he shouldn't have fought Tim Zoo, and he definitely shouldn't be fighting Keith right now.
And
He should
Cordell
have been
Booker. Don't
fighting
forget
Mercy
about Cordell
Talia.
Booker. That's the worst of them all, bro. That was a voluntary. I mean,
Oh God, I forgot about that.
yeah. I
And
mean, why?
there's a with reason.
The giraffe man ain't fighting
Exposure.
nobody. He got slept by Brian Mendoza. He he uh, uh, um he was getting pissed up by Tim Sue if the elbow doesn't happen, but whatever. He better stay a mile away from Bakram. I'll tell you that much. Fundora better stay the hell away from Bakram, bro. I'm telling you, it's
Okay,
gonna be ugly if it happens. I'm sorry.
I
Go ahead.
don't know. I
I'm just
don't know.
totally
Yeah,
missing.
you definitely got some points on Fundora, but Fundora is he, he is a guy like that poses a lot of problems. Yeah, I mean, poses a lot of problems to everybody in the division. Of course, with that size, 6'5", that reach, the reach of a heavyweight, and now, of course, he's learning to utilize his, which once was the inside game. He now can fight on the outside. You know what I mean? And utilize his reach and height and not mix it up as much. But he still has that in the pocket. Since he's been knocked out by what's his name?
Brian Mendoza.
Brian Mendoza. We haven't really seen him down on the canvas.
Who
Fundora.
Fundora? It's
Would
because
you?
the right dog ain't came along. And to be honest, could Keith be that dog? Could Keith be that dog? Keith got a dog.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know
just
if
been
this
a while.
has dog though. I don't know if this.
Yeah, it's just been a while. Like I don't know if I don't
been a
trust
minute,
Keith.
bro.
I
Like,
don't trust Keith to be the dog, but
But that's a very interesting fight because
nobody wanted that shit. You
but
know
would
that.
you agree? Exactly. Thank you,
to,
Shawa. But
to,
would you agree to the gentleman here on the panel? Would you agree that Fundora has been in many how do I put this, unnecessary wars, bro? Because how many dudes do you see Hamza Shiraz fighting in the kitchen all the time? No, and there's a reason for that, right? Like, do you see? I'm trying to think about dudes similar, that had all that height and reach advantage. They don't do that. I mean, so if you're gonna do that, expect to be in some unnecessary wars. Erickson Lubin, um, come on, man, it's good.
Erickson Lubin's a top fighter, bro.
Look
And
at
Yes,
that's why we got to put
yes.
I
respect
just
on what
want the truth said.
Fundora's resume because
Nah.
he has been in there with top fighters and
But he
beating
just
top
started
fighters.
he just started using his jab and using the distance, bro.
Yeah,
He
he's a
damn near fought
youngin.
like he
He's
was
a
a smaller
youngin,
dude.
youngin growing into his body and learning what he can do with it.
How old is it,
Learning
Pandora?
He ain't no spring chicken
26,
now.
27 or something like that.
And how old is Xander?
22.
22.
Pandora should be doing better than that by now. Fuck that.
Thank you.
He should. There is no
No, I'm
reason.
not. I'm not disputing that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I'm not disputing that. But we still gotta respect that Fundora is a dangerous opponent for anybody at 154, and that's just a
He
fact.
is, but
Even
but why?
even
I don't
Baki,
think so. I
Baki
don't
is
think
still, in my
You don't think
opinion,
so?
unproven.
Nah, not at
I
all.
think he's absolutely dangerous. He was super dangerous when he was fighting on the inside with that as long as he is. He was fucking people up with them damn uppercuts and that bullshit on the inside. Now, if he starts fighting like Gabby, because Gabby got the damn long game down. If he can if he can refine that, he can fight on the inside and the outside. I honestly think when they were talking about Mertzitalia being the dark horse, I think it's Fundora, but dude don't trust his own shit. He needs to fight somebody. Stop being scary out here and chalking it up. I'm just trying to make some money. Get the fuck out of here with the belts then. Get off the belts. Let dudes fight. Dude, if he would really commit, Fundora's dangerous as shit, y'all. And y'all know it, man. And I don't like Fundora. I don't like him.
Now, if he
I
can
don't
do
like
what
how
you
you moving
say,
either.
if he can do what you say, then I will say, okay, he's a dangerous opponent for anybody. But until he can show me that he can actually take advantage of his advantages, so to speak. I mean, come on, man. You're an accident waiting to happen, bro. What else can I say? Bro, the left hook that Brian Mendoza put him to sleep with, if Bakram hits him with that, bro, he probably end his career, bro.
Now here's the
Like, are you
thing,
kidding?
Baki's
If
taller
the
too,
key
right?
word.
But see, why not just follow goddamn blueprint? Baki's taller than Mendoza, right? Yeah.
Yes.
All you got to do is come
Fundora is
over
not the
the
same
top.
fighter he was against
Exactly. He's
Mendoza,
right
though.
there to be hit, bro.
But you know what
We've
else I
seen
think?
we've seen exponential growth since that time.
People have gotten inside on him, right? Well, obviously, because he used to fight on the inside. He could definitely be hit with something he can't see as far as uppercut or an uppercut coming from an angle from straight below. Why ain't people throwing that shit? People act like they scared. Well, maybe they have a reason to be scared to get close to that dude. Oh, shit, man. Look, Fundora got to do better though. As far as his, y'all just said last 3 fights. If I keep going, it might be more. No, because Tim was before.
I
No,
ain't mad at the Keith Thurman fight. I ain't nothing wrong with that.
I appreciate Kitty's getting a shot at the title, but to be honest with you, bro, he just beat Brock Jarvis, bro. Something wrong with that picture.
and how long was he out before that?
That's the
Oh,
acclamation fight. What we talking about?
right. Now, now look
Old
at this.
man needs an acclamation fight, and we know the real story of why Brock Jarvis was the opponent. Okay, he was originally supposed to fight Tim Zoo.
Tim Sue, that's right. Yeah,
You know what
but
I
but
mean,
but I'm glad you said that because here's the real reason why I don't like Fundora. His last two opponents, right? Keith Thurman is coming off of a Brock Jarvis win, which is a bounce, which is like how do you call this fight? Well, he said it's an appetizer. Let's call it what Keith Thurman said. He said it was an appetizer, right? And he fought Tim Sue before that, who came from beating Joey Spencer, another appetizer. Something definitely wrong with that picture, bro. I'm
yeah.
just saying.
You know what? Yeah, I wasn't impressed with Tim Zoos in the Joy Spencer. I ain't impressed with Joy Spencer because I feel a way about Joy Spencer
He
already.
moving down to 147 apparently.
As
Yeah,
he
I saw
should,
that too.
as he should. And the guy who beat his ass at 147 is moving up, and he should have never been at 47. That's Ramos, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, because when he beat out of Joey, when he took off that robe, I was like, "Do you see this cobra back? This big back? Oh god!" And Joey just don't know what style he want to fight in, and I really wish he would find himself as a fighter and roll with that style and foster that. But anyway, Fundora needs to do something better. Xander, he gonna have to show something. And I'm not against Xander. I want to see something. You got a belt. Same with Fundora for sure. I ain't really trying to be mean to these young dudes. I think,
Don't forget, Sander went to see Fundora. He actually went to see Fundora.
yeah, that's why Fundora dropped the belt. That's why I said that was some bullshit dropping the belt to go back and fight. Look, Xander, I mean not Xander, Fedora, yeah. I definitely got a problem with Fedora. And then you brought up Cordell Booker, or I did, and that just made it fucking worse. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot
Yeah,
about that track. Like,
yeah.
not to call Cordell
But
trash.
he did what he had to do. He got rid of him clinically.
He
Right.
didn't
So
have
I
to
don't want
fight
to
him.
hear. Right. So if it's good for Fundora, it's gonna be good for my boy to do that too. If he gets Santillan, so be it, bro. Defend your title in front of your
No,
people, and then we can talk.
please go watch Santillon's last two fights. I'm serious. Y'all don't really understand the damage that Brian Norman did to that man. He is not the same fighter at all. And
Okay, let's have a pause.
shame on Robert Garcia for that bullshit. Throw the damn towel next time, dude. Stop being so prideful. He fucked up. He fucked up Santion.
Yeah,
I blame Robert. This dude does not look the same at all.
I never been sold on Robert Garcia.
You
Never
never been soft on him.
sold.
We-
Sold. I've never been
Oh,
sold.
sold.
Yeah.
Somebody said that earlier.
Yes. I don't know, man. Something wrong with that picture as well. He got a million champions. I don't know, man. Bam Rodriguez, shit. I could be training Bam Rodriguez. He could be looking good, bro.
I
Bam is one
said
and one.
earlier, Bam could go in there and fight
I
by
just-
himself.
Yeah. Now he
This
did a
dude
great job
knows
with
what
Mark.
he's
I will say, I will say this: Robert Garcia did a hell of a job with Marcos Maidana. I can't deny that.
Yeah.
That's the truth. But
Then his
aside from
brother.
that, bro, nah.
Yeah. Yeah. Not at this point though. I don't know. I don't want to be in here sounding disrespectful of these people, but Bam could absolutely. His brother could go train him, and Bam would still be in there whooping ass. Like he just like that. He's like
That
that.
dude is special. Trust me.
All right, Jason William. Hello. How are you, my friend? I think I'm gonna get off y'all because these fights. I know they've been going, and
Yeah,
we're getting close.
they're in round what?
I
One.
don't
Yeah,
know. I gotta go back and
20
watch
seconds.
these undercard fights as well. So
Ladies were pretty good. The co-main was actually Ann Losada, hot prospect from the island here. So
wait a minute. Oh hell no! Yeah, we gotta go. Pagan is on. Last words, Oddfella.
I appreciate you having me, Shao. Appreciate it. Nice to meet you, odd fella. Good stuff.
Big up,
Irony.
big
Drop
up.
your channel in the chat.
Yep, I
Thank you.
did. Let me do that again. Appreciate you. You already know.
Thanks for coming up. You already know. Yeah. Oddfella.
Speaking of Jaleel Hackett, shout out KG because I believe this Sunday on the US6 Sports and Entertainment Hub right here on YouTube, Jaleel Hackett will be uh, gracing the platform. I think he's gonna talk some shit. I
Of
mean,
course he is, because that's what he does.
he's gonna definitely
That
talk
boy
some
got a
shit
bad mouth.
and possibly make some call outs.
I'm with it.
So yeah, make sure y'all sub up and
Y'all should have been you should have been putting your link in chat anyway.
be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Once again, Sunday, I'm on the US6 Sports and Entertainment Hub. Jaleel Hackett will be pulling up. You know what I mean? But y'all know what it is. Your favorite, yeah, your most hated all fella.
We love you. What you talking about, boy? Thanks for coming up. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. Always love cooking with the queen.
I can't cook. Oh, let me see. Always good catching up with. Thank you, Jason. Thank you for always checking up on me too, there, fam. I appreciate that. KG, shame on you. Put the goddamn link in the chat. Neither one of y'all still ain't did it. What's up with that?
I don't got the YouTube open. I can't do it from here.
Y'all, please subscribe to their channel. They talk about different fights as well. But every Sunday they have a show called the Tales from the B-Side. Tales from the B-Side. Tales from the B-Side. B-Side fighters getting on there telling their stories. And it's good. It is such a damn good show. It deserves more eyeballs on it. If you want to hear a B-Side fighters experience, and we're talking about older fighters, younger fighters, fighters who may have one time been the A-Side. It's a good freaking show. I mean, they've just had some other stuff on there as well. They just had Senior on there acting up. Hold on. I got Usual Suspects. Also, yes, if you want to get the Clean Fighter t-shirt and hoodie, description is in the link. Or the link is in the description. I'm all freaking backwards. I'm still trying to find Usual Suspects. Shame on y'all. US 6. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Link is in the chat. Here y'all go. Please subscribe.
Thank you. Somebody's on his game.
Every Sunday. Shit, I'm going to beat you next time I see you. You're supposed to be on it. You and KG. Y'all fired now. How about that? Anyway, thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate you so very much. Fellas, thank you for cooking with me. Irony. Freaky Deaky Marky Dan coming up here cooking. Great talk. I will be back because there's still so much more to flip and talk about. And maybe we'll even do some film study on Devin and Brian Norman Jr. That would be hot. Yeah. But that'll be after the 30th when I'm still thinking I might do Mary Spencer and Michaela Mayer. I'm going to catch this fight though, y'all. And I got to run them back. Be blessed. Blessings to your families and your homes. You know I love you very much. Shalom to you all. If I could get this shit right, of course I can't, because it's too much like fucking right. Good night.
Thank you.